Good Wednesday evening, everybody. American Marichi Mahjong League, Session 3 action here. Nathaniel, joined by Alex. How's it going, Alex?
I'm doing pretty good. Hey, everyone. Welcome to another Rishi Mahjong. What would you do Wednesday? Oh, goodness. We got a good one for you tonight. Top League A1 action. It's going to be exciting stuff. I can already tell.
Yeah, I imagine we're going to get a couple good what would you do situations over the course of the two games that this table has yet to play in this week 2 of Session 3. Viet, out of the four players, currently at the top of the group in 4th place overall. Oh, and actually, it looks like this might be their first game of the series, so we could be treated to the whole deal tonight, and that would be excellent to see. If that's the case, then we'll potentially see Viet climbing up to the top, although he's got a bit of the way a way to go. Dustin in 3rd place at 101.4, Korak in 2nd place 102.5, and then a huge jump all the way to Matthew. Wow, he must have had an insane series this week, jumping all the way up to plus 173.1 in command so far in A1. But with 4 games to play, anything can happen here for Viet. And for Kaz in 7th place overall in positives, plus 24.8, can certainly make up some ground as well. 9th overall in the standings currently is Zalong at plus 0.9, just barely positive. Hoping to reach his way to some monstrous wins in the series. And finally, in 13th place overall, we have Max, or LPY. Looks like Max is slightly in the negatives, but nothing to be worried about just yet. Hoping to have a good series. It'll be Cass to start us off in the dealer seat, Max to the right in the south seat. Across the table in the west seat will be Viet, and on the left, Zilla.
And off we go here. We got a 2-so starting Dora.
Yeah, going to be interesting to see how players make use of that. The dealer is going to have a little bit of trouble doing so now with 4 pairs. Might be able to play this for a Tanya, but outside of the all simples hand, just playing for a Ricci might be the second best alternative. No tiles around the door 2-so. On the right, Max does have a 2-so, can be incorporated into the hand with a 3-so draw. Ukahe shapes might also work towards a Tanyo. Across the table, Viet has the east pair. We can play for the Yakuhai call and a cheap, fast hand, or keep that closed and potentially end up on a really tricky 9-pin east champon. And on the left, we have Zalong with the potential Ipeko in the Sozu to Dora. That's definitely a hand to look out for.
Oh, that's a nice little pickup there.
Yeah, with that extra 2 mon, do you think, well, hold that thought, because we have Max drawing into Tempai very quickly, waiting for the aforementioned 3-so.
Oh, the cult weight. The old favored Sanzo. 2 in a wall still. I don't imagine Zalong's going to be dropping this 3-so.
Oh, no, you're probably right. I suspect, for Max, most of the upgrades to the weight here involve dropping the Dora itself, so I'm just going to slam the Ricci for 3 Han. Ricci, Tanya, Dora 1.
And Zalong's going to take this opportunity to... Oh, never mind.
Yeah, calls the hand, but that gives the Tsumo to Max, who will take the Mangan. Early win. Kaz's dealer, unfortunately, eats the Oyakaburi. 2,000 extra points to pay out for that Tsumo. But Max off to a good lead.
And, we got an interesting green Dragon Dora now. We got one across the way, and that is it.
Kaz here can make an early call of the Northwind and will do so. A lot of Kanchan shapes, no good shapes in the hand right now, but he's hoping that the ability to call himself out of the bad shapes will give him a way to win the hand.
And Viet just picked up a green Dragon Dora. Says, I might take use of this.
Yeah, holding a lot of Manzu here, but he is technically 1 away from Tempai. I wonder how long he's... Well, that's just Tempai.
Oh.
Tough choice. Bad weight Ricci Nomi? Yeah, he decides to break. He's going to dream for a lot bigger here. If you draw the 7 mon, you already have San Anko. If you draw the Hatu, that's a Dora pair. Oh, no, the 4-so.
Oh, and that's your win. Oof.
Oh, that's a tragedy. Now, of course, you can tell yourself, well, the Hatsu would have been called anyway, so I wouldn't have gotten that draw. It's only in review that we realize just how sad that was.
There could be some potential to play something. I don't know what.
Yeah, I'm looking to the dealer hand. Max with the potential Ipeco there, 2-2, 3-3, 4 pin, looking for another 4. Although 2 of those are held as we look around the table.
You think could be Tanyouchi toy in some weird universe?
Oh, I would absolutely believe that. Draw something like the 7 mon, you can or 8 mon, you can start working your way in that direction. This 5 so pickup, on the other hand, makes me
not so much.
yeah.
Okay.
In the meantime, Viet's just been stuck here trying to improve the shape. Has discarded 6 pins, 2 7 pins, and a 3-4-5 so. Quite unfortunate.
It looks like one of my discard piles when I'm just going for whatever, I guess.
Yeah. It's not like anyone else has really made much progress. Max not going to wait out for that green dragon, especially after a Zolong passes it. Given the fact that Max is headless, you could think about holding on to it a little bit longer and trying to target someone dropping it late, but
I believe that 5 months actually is pair.
yeah, holding or discarding the Hatsu allows you to accept the maximum amount of tiles, including
never
the 5
mind.
discard.
Never mind.
Yeah, we're just going to take this Ricci anyway. Ricci, possible Tanyao, if you win on the 6 mon. And speaking of 6
mon. 6-9. Oh, okay. Well, they're going to hold on to it for now. Oof.
Yeah, 6 mon, not looking particularly safe on this board.
Although there's one more 6 in the wall and 2 9s, so plenty of opportunities for our dealer to score some more points early on in this game.
Because sees the Kabe, all of the 6 pins out, makes the 7 a lot easier to pass. All the 9s pins out, and the pair of 7 pins out means that it's actually 100% safe.
Oh.
Sumo.
Oh, sumo anyway, on the last 6. Wow.
Max with a couple huge sumos to start this game off. 2,000 all, plus the Ricci stick. Will send Max even higher up ahead of the rest of the players
44K.
here.
And, Bird Dora.
One of the one-so. The bird held by Max. The dealer.
Yeah.
Looks like he wants to use 2-so a couple times.
We also have Kaz has a penchant using the Dora as well.
On the left, yeah, looking for the 3-so in particular. That's a nice 7-so draw. Puts him a little bit closer to Tempai, but the shape's still a little bit weak. And we have Zolong opening up across the table. The quick east call.
We could be looking at Chinitsu for a Kaz. That would be a huge Chinitsu.
Well, let's count the blocks. The 1-2 shape, the 4-5 shape, the 7s shape, and the 9 shape. It's four shapes, so you could use one more. You can think about those blocks a little bit more creatively and treat one of those 7s as a floater, but...
Oh, but let's not call that one interesting.
Yeah, you could consider calling for the chance at Itsu.
But I think he's just favoring these nice fill-ins here. Now there's a lot of ways to really improve that hand to score it.
Yeah, we do have Tempai across the way. It's along pulling in the third 3-mon. Be sitting Tempai waiting on the 4-pin. Oh, it comes out from Max.
Oh!
Max spots the upgrade to the potential 4-5-6 Sanchoku. Decides that that's worth tossing out the 4. Deals into a Kanchan, but relatively inexpensive hand.
Yes. Only the seat wind. Or round. I think round. Yeah.
Yeah, round wind. Well, that sends us to Viet, who opens up a pretty nice hype pie.
It is the 7-so though, so you could build around that 8-so.
Ooh, there's a 6.
Now you could really build around that shape.
Yeah, we could even imagine
This,
something like a 678 Sanchoku for Viet, but
I
at
was I was just about to say that.
perfect, yeah. I mean, seven so in high demand. We see a pair across the way in Kaz's hand, and I imagine he'll be fighting pretty hard to try to win a Richidor too.
Oh, but this 8 is kind of interesting.
Yeah, it moves us more towards a 5-6-7 shape. We are one away from Tempai. Shanten looking
It's,
for
it's,
5-8
it's
pin in the
interesting
7
that
so.
the 9 goes before the 2 mon.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't really do that much in our hand because once we draw the 8 mon, we're just Tempai anyway.
Now you have to throw that out, and now we're back looking at either 5-6-7 or 6-7-8, whichever comes quicker.
Yeah, we could have some interesting draws like this 5 mon. Now it's efficient to cut away from the 6-8 so, but you lose the door acceptance. We'll
Oh,
put
this is definitely that was definitely a what would you do on that one?
yeah, but Viet sees the possibility of Dion Peiko. Double
Mm,
twin sequences.
yes.
Just need a 7 mon and a 5 pin. In the meantime, Kaz really not making much progress across the table. The shapes that he's looking to fill are so weak. 8-9 pin looking for a 7. A 7-9 mon waiting for an 8. The single tile weights here not particularly promising.
I think in a weird world, I think Max is going for Chitoy. I don't know why, but I'm putting him on Chitoy for some reason.
Well, there's another pair. Oh, denied.
Mm. I don't know. It just seems like that hand with that with the composition, I think that's a natural Chitoy hand, but
Yeah, I think it has the potential to turn into Honitsu.
I'm telling you, Max, the wall is telling you to go Chitoy. Sometimes you just gotta say, okay, well, I think you know better than I do.
Oh, that's a big draw for Kaz. Draws the third Dora, but he dropped his backup pair already, not expecting to draw the third Dora. So that's not the worst situation in the world. He can still find a pair elsewhere. Even this 8 so can
Oh,
that'll
yeah.
help out a bit.
I mean, just make the door your pair and in another shape. That always helps.
Yeah, this gives him the ability to call for 789 Sanchoku as well.
Pom.
Oh, one pin Pon, Honitsu live
Mm.
here for Max.
Yeah, Viet still on this Rian Peiko Ishanten. Just wondering, when do we shy away from this? If we do,
Well, we've got a bit of a problem. That is, we've drawn a Dora. Outboard Tempai.
and that, yes,
Each.
yes,
Yeah.
we are.
So this is not a very good Ricci because Viet can see 5 of the winning tiles already, and the 4-7 Mon is a pair of tiles that is not likely to come out from other players very easily. However, as dealer, he really wants to apply some pressure here late. Be the only one Tempai. And there's a ton of value if you can win this hand.
Oh,
Oh, that 8 pin for the
oh,
Dion
now
Pico would have been juicy.
and now it's 5-8 for
What's along?
Zalong. Yeah.
One more draw. Viet has one more try at it.
No. Oh, there was your Rian Peiko upgrade.
Ryukyoku instead, though. 1,500 apiece for the two Tempai players. And Viet will go again as the dealer. Eudora 9 pin.
Yes. Ooh. We see a couple across the way. Kaz has a pair of them.
Second time for Kaz opening up with a pair. We'll see if the draws help him out a little bit better this time.
It's a nice little block in the circles. See if you can draw more of them.
Out of the blocks, though, it looks like fairly even across the board outside of the pair of Dora in Kaz's hand. Pretty normal shapes for Viet. Can aim for a Ricci, maybe Ricci Pinfu. On the right, there's an Anko of Hatsu, but Outside of the Mon shape, the other blocks aren't looking amazing. Maybe a 1-2-3 Sancho in the works. And on the left, Max did get some nice draws. He is technically 2 tiles away from Tempai, with some really nice floating tiles that can be easily improved. Just has to draw something other than honor tiles.
Mm.
Yeah, for Kaza's hand with those door, you really want to get some speed here, but a pair of 9s in both the Pinzu and the Monzu means that it's very difficult for him to do anything other than Slamorichi, so we'll just see
Or
him
go
play.
for Doko.
Hey, well, there's a 9, the last 9 Mon. Let's it go. Oh, and
Oh,
draws third
oh,
Dora!
ooh, that's interesting.
Yeah, he's going to cut the 9 Mon because that's come out twice already, and he'll aim for the 5-8 Mon and the 3-so. We could see a Sanzo wait, which means Viet dropping this 3-so is really big.
Oh, that's a very nice draw for Kaz.
Dora for Viet
Boom.
now aiming for Sancho as well. There's the third 3-so, so Kaz knows this 2-4 shape is not good anymore. He'll probably try to work around the Pinzu instead.
Oh yeah, huge Chinitsu with the 3 Dora. And you can keep that closed. Oh boy.
We see Max into Tempai after calling the 2-pin on 5-8 Mon, hoping to just shut this down. The table will begin to suspect that 9-pin isn't usable in his hand.
Sumo.
There's the Tsumo, confirming
Oh, there's
confirm that is indeed the case. 300, 500, plus 100 points of Homba.
and shuts down the value, but we now have a 6 Dora.
That's
And
easily
we have-
usable by our dealer. Oh my, look at this high buy.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you got your pair. You got 2 Rianmen.
Oh, but look at Viet. Starts with
And
2
Yakuhai.
Onkos and pairs up the Dora immediately.
Oh jeez.
Now, I'm very curious to see what direction that hand takes.
Could be possibly Suanko if we draw the right tiles.
Yeah, he's spending a lot of time thinking about these early cuts.
Yeah, okay, reasonable.
With a hand as important, as potentially valuable as this one, you really want to make sure you're playing it as best as you can. It's alone, though, might just be able to outpace him. Ishanten already with a callable Haku. The White Dragon has not been seen yet outside of the one. Well, I take that back.
Oh.
Fiat immediately draws one.
Now what do you do?
I suspect he'll hold on to it. That 2-so. He's trying to hold tiles that he can pair up, especially Yakuhai. From his vantage point, the East and the White Dragon are both live. You can see only the East is live in the wall.
Yeah.
Maybe a while before it's the longest opportunity to call. Not that he's necessarily upset about that, because he would really like to slam a Ricci.
Okay, what's gonna come first, the white or this East? East is gonna come out
Ricci.
first. And never mind, our dealer's gonna slam a reach, waiting on 3-6. So
Yeah, he really wanted the 9-pin White Dragon wait. But you know what? You take whatever you can get. And this waits on Dora as well, so he can sumo a 6-so.
just that tiny little extra value.
With 2 Dora and Tanya, Viet is not going to give up on this. He's willing to jam the Haku into the Ricci.
All the 6s are out of the wall. There's only 2 3s left.
Does make it a little bit more likely that Zolong will be able, that rather Viet will be able to chase him down. Here's that 2-so, that pretty 10 2-so. We'll just throw it back. Yeah. Viet is willing to take this fight. The 5-so is actually safer than the 3-6 here. But he'll play the 7 first.
And one more 3 left in this wall.
One of the benefits of the 7 is you could bait out a 4-mon from Max. The 4-mon looks relatively safe here with 3 of the 2 pins cut. and the 7 making Tsuji on the other side. There's that 4-mon. But Viet now backing away after having drawn the 8. Does not like what he's seeing.
Yeah, interesting decision always when you're like, is this hand worth pushing anymore? Do I want to back out of this? And there's the last 3. And just hold on to it.
Yeah, we're probably going to see a fold out here. Now, Kaz likes to fight, but in this instance, looks like he wants to get out of here too against Dealer Ricci. All right. We are out of tiles to draw, so it looks like we're heading to a Kyoko. Except Max finds Tempai somehow. Can't declare Ricci.
2-5. Okay. But yeah, Rikokyu and Zilong and Max are going to pick up some valuable points. And we have a Haku start, and look at that dealer hand. 2 souths, 2 whites, 2 reds.
Oh, no, the red's got to come out really soon from Viet. Yeah, we're going to see the south call.
It's not going to get to Viet.
Now, Viet is going to reconsider here because after making a non-seat wind or round wind call, DeLong has cut 3 so and 7 so. So it almost looks like some type of Honitsu.
Oh, and that is exactly what is happening right now.
If Viet's hand is bad enough, he can just hold all of these honor tiles and prevent DeLong from making any progress.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like he's trying to play the hand a little bit with that 9-pin discard.
It's the safest. It's already been cut once already. And there was no action on it, so
Okay,
there's some reasonable thinking that it's safe for right now, but yeah, I wouldn't want to hang on to those pin tiles for too long.
There it is. There's the tune. Tempai now waiting on the 2-pin.
If he would, if Zilong would have just gotten that 1 rotation quicker.
Yeah, Max probably a little bit, wary of the Honitsu, but without any overflow, might still try the 2-pin.
Well, there it is, but it's going to be safely in Viet's hands for now.
Of Ishanten,
That
though.
might change, though.
The issue is with a Yakuhai Dora, in this case, the White Dragon, so an Honor Tile Dora, Honitsu gets really valuable. And as dealer, Honitsu... Oh, there it is, the 2-pin.
Oh, Sumo.
Honitsu Yakuhai Dora 2 is going to be 4,000 all. 12,000 points for DeLong will catapult him into first place. Only by 1,200 over Max, but big swing there.
It's going to be an interesting battle between Kaz and Viet, who is going to vault over one another. And interesting tie-up between Max and Zilong as well. You can take advantage.
Once again, DeLong with a really fast high pie has all the blocks he could ever want to win the hand. We'll presumably get the tune pretty soon. And Ishanten.
There it is. And it's a 3-pin Dora, and we do not see any yet. Interesting.
That suits DeLong just fine. He doesn't need a big win. 1,500 points here, plus 1 will be 2,100. Just looking for 1-mon, 4-mon. There are a lot of those in the wall.
Oh, draws it.
All right, 700 all. DeLong will continue the pressure here, increases the gap a little bit too, and another brilliant high pie.
Oh, gosh.
Ishanten.
That close to a double reach. Just that close.
Ooh, interesting choice here. You could go 9-pin, 7-pin, and aim for the Itsu. Or you could hold your flexibility in all the suits, and that's what he'll do. Playing for efficiency rather than value here.
I mean, it's so early in the hand, though. I mean, I would have gone for it. I'm winning hands early, and there's the 8 though.
We're gonna Suji trap Ricci with the 4.
リーチ
We're gonna go with a 1-mon. Okay, it is Suji Ricci.
Ooh, I like it.
Ricci Dora 1, waiting 7-mon, 3 in the wall.
チ
Yeah, this is gonna be reach one Dora.
There's also thoughts about hanging out a little bit because there's potential 6, 7, 8 Sanchoku, but maybe just applying the pressure here is better. Especially when you had a player that was open already. Viet now has to work a little bit to defend.
It's always an awkward feeling to, be a person that's opened, and then, 2 turns later, you see a reach, and you're like, okay, do I continue pushing for this, or do I fold out, and what do I fold out with? It's
And
always kind of...
usually if it's a dealer Ricci, the answer is the latter there. Just get out of there. But it's harder. It's harder when you're open. You have 3 fewer tiles with which to defend.
a smaller pool. And is this... No, not yet.
So far, everyone's staying away. Max called the 6-pin to breaky pots and maybe think a little bit about Atanya, but he is playing pretty much Genbutsu here. Betaori, rather.
Got... Okay, so...
Full defense.
Okay.
At this point, we're just looking for one of the 3 remaining 7-mon because no one else is dropping it. No one else has drawn it. Kaz has been holding on to his for quite a while.
Yeah. I think ever since the beginning of the hand.
He's still got loads of safe tiles.
Memory serves me correct. Yeah, that'd be quite interesting. Oh, close. If that 6 was just a 7.
I wonder if Max did the... Oh, there's a 7. Oh, and another 7. Okay.
Oh, I thought they were going to be dead walls, but 2 7s come out straight in a row.
4-mon to remind everybody that it's Suji. Oh, and Tempai, Max gets there. Gets to play the Suji 7 so as well. Now, this doesn't have a Yaku, but that's okay. Viet will try. Ishanten. And there's the last 7. He cheated the 7 away from Zelong. Would have been a Tsumo.
Oh, no. It's going to break.
Yeah, that's not going to be Tempai. We're going to Ryukyoku once again. Zelong, the only player Tempai, plus 3,000 points. Makes a gain of 4,000 all the players. I guess we have to consider the Ricci stick was lost. So, sitting there in the middle of the table, but a reroll as the dealer.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for once, a call changing the flow against the Ricci player.
An 8 Sodora, and I see Max is the only one who has one so far. But it seems like everyone could use one.
Yeah, maybe Kaz will have the hardest time on the right with no shapes directly connecting to an 8-so, but...
If he would have kept on to the 9, maybe.
Yeah, that was his chance. He is Ishanten, though, and with a 2-so or 4-so pull in, he can slam a Ricci Pinshu.
I wonder if he adjusts that to be Junchan. Is there any...
It's a bit of a walk, but he can do it. Draw 2-mon, slide down, cut the 5-mon. Draw 1-mon, slide down, cut the 4-mon. And then you could find yourself a Junchan Sanchoku. That would be the absolute dream. Tet making moves here. Calls the 7-pin to fill the Penchon. Has Itsu chance with Honitsu backup.
I've been playing more with Junchan. It's interesting to play with Yaku you don't normally play with, because you're like, okay, how do you play this? Like, what do you aim for?
Home.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes
Yeah.
you're just handed hands that difficult to do anything normal with him, and it's good to have the experience of being able to play for the more challenging Yaku, like a Junchan or a Shanta.
Because I definitely ran into that. I definitely ran into that hand actually last night, and I actually made it work.
Oh,
Although
sweet.
I was wanting to play Sanshoku with it, but it just didn't turn out that way. And I actually got Richi Epots
Oh,
on Junchan.
that's
So,
great. Yeah, I love a good Richi's Junchan Sanchoku.
well, Sanshoku is right up your bread and butter, isn't it?
Yeah, Junchan Sanchoku is my go-to hand in all last when I'm down 18,000 points.
Mm. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Oh, interesting choice here. We have a couple pairs for Kaz. We'll just cut away and play for the Pifu. Because with a
I
9
mean,
mon, he believes that's a little bit safer
we
than the
do
1.
have an interesting situation for Zilong. He still has a chance at 5, 6, 7 Sanshoku
Or he's
if
Tenpai.
he wants to play for it.
リーチ
No, he's just gonna take the reach.
And unfortunately for Kaz, this is the wrong player to Ricci. He thought, the 9 mon was going to be safe for Viet and for Max, but instead it was Zilong, the only player the second 9 mon wouldn't pass against, to take the Ricci. Zilong probably a little bit sad to miss out on that Dora, but
And now we have
スモ
just Sumo.
just Sumo. No Ura,
Nope,
but
no Ura.
you know,
But
notably
he'll take
picking
all
up
the home, more Homba.
the Homba, the Ricci sticks, and he's up to 51,000. Max, the only player floating outside of Zilong.
And this is not actually that bad of a hand for Zilong either.
Certainly,
Strap yourself in.
yeah, not as
This
strong
could-
as the previous ones, but with these dragon pair ups, could get exciting.
Home.
And Kaz is like, I've had enough of this. Time to break it.
Yeah, full speed ahead. Just get me out of here. Get me to my dealership. Let's send us to the South Round.
I need to make up for lost time and lost points.
Kind of mediocre hand for. I'm not even say mediocre. It's average. Average hand for Max across the table, but it's got 2 Dora, and that makes up for any sort of bad shapes.
Oh, that's a nice draw for dealer. Oh, okay.
Yeah, dealer's absolutely killing it here. Ishanten with the Dora.
リーチ
Oh, but Viet gets the big draw, the Onko pulling. That's going to be Ricci.
Ooh, 3-6.
4 live in the wall. Not quite the Pinfu he's hoping for, probably, but happy to slam a Ricci here.
Maybe try and take advantage of a big Ura bomb, maybe, to get the value that he's missing in his hand currently.
Yeah, unfortunately, all the 4 mon are held, so we won't get the biggest Uda bomb. But you never know. Ricci Tsumo Uda 2.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty good.
Zilong now has a chance to maybe even go Itsu, but decides, nah, I'm just gonna play it safe here.
And there's not really a lot of information from Viet's discard pawn, so nothing much better to do than to just fight this hand. Oh, and he's Ishant then. Zilong actually could end up stealing this away. Problematic, though, if he draws the 1 pin or the 4 pin.
Yeah, because then you would contemplate, do I drop this 3 when I have no info?
Oh, well, that's not good.
Oh, there's
either.
a 6. Oh.
DeLong sees a way out. He's still Ishanten. Remember, he's looking for a pair here. So 6-pin just as good of a pair candidate as the Forso is. Actually, probably a little bit better
Gee.
from his view.
And Max is going to call the 6-pin out of danger.
Yeah, at this point, the 5 still looks pretty safe for it's along to pass as well if he finds Tempai. Or he draws the 5 so for Tempai and deals in.
Oh no.
With 51,000 points, you don't necessarily need to fight,
Don't.
but
Oh, just going to drop it.
Pinfu, Danyao, Dora with a Pego chance. It's pretty natural to try to fight there. Just for Ichinomi.
And it does not hit on the Ura for Viet. And we enter South round with a 1-pin Dora. And hello value across the way Viet with 3 of them.
Yeah, I see 3. A hand that looked like it was going to be a Kokushi attempt now has to be a play for a normal hand. And we're going to get that Shanta Junchan practice, perhaps.
Oh, yes.
Pom.
I love it. Oh, that's a nice draw for dealer. Just going to fill in that Rionman. 7, 8, 9.
Some pretty good floating 5s as well to accompany the completed shapes. Oh, maybe even 79 Sancho.
Oh, 7, 8, 9. Junchan?
There's a path. Yeah, preemptively cuts the 5, so here. He's definitely thinking about it.
Yeah.
I bet here across the table, not trying to force. Oh
Oh,
my
there's
goodness.
a draw. Oh, he's just going to take Fu.
Ricci Pinfu Sanchoku is 12,000 points. That's barring something like Ipatsumo Uda.
Gee.
But imagine if he draws a 2 and then he just waits on.
DeLong's turn. Revenge Chi. Chi's away the Ipatsumo. Kaz gets it anyway,
No!
though. Alright, are we going to do Uda for the Hane? No, just 12k.
No.
Man, that Chi prevented 6,000 all from happening. That is gonna put Kaz ahead for 3rd place though. 9,400 ahead of Viet.
And we got 6, so Dora. And dealer has it, and also Max has one too. Max is a little bit more complete than our dealer here, but dealer's gonna call us for the round win and say, "Yeah, I'll take this."
How about the seat win too?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, problematic Dora here. Probably gonna have to leave the hand, but he could still float it for a little while.
No, just Dora Tonki. Just
I
Dora.
see. I would not recommend this Dora Tonki. But it would be hilarious if it wins. Alright, that's what we were looking for. Trying something to connect the Dora.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Now we're each on 10 with 2 good Rionman and a pair already.
Yeah,
Nice.
Max also with really good tiles on the right. Early 2-so cut, hoping to trap the 1-so into dealing in later, so Mickey doesn't fill that first. It's always a little sad when you set up a Sotogawa trap like this, and then you draw the 1-so. And not only do you miss out on your trap, but you also got the Asume. Missed out on the Tanya, the lower, least expensive side.
Man, that's Senpai for a dealer waiting on 5/8 though.
Yakuhai Dora is a nice little hand to bag if you can pull it in.
Does he go for Champon here if he draws another Dora, if that's even possible?
Ooh, that's an interesting one because that is 12,000 points. But at the same time, it's a much worse weight. The 5 might actually not look that bad from his view, though. Just because he's dropped so many Mon tiles already. Speaking of
Decides not to
Dorataki,
call for it.
yeah, that,
He
that was
could
the
have gone
chance.
tongue.
Second try? Nah.
No. There's 2 8s and 1 5 left still in the wall.
相撲
There's that last
But
5.
draws it. Never mind.
All right. Well, this game has been kind of swingy. We've got now Kaz back over 30,000 points. 100 points away from Max here.
And Viet's kind of a little sweating because that means maximum UMA loss. 3 players above 30k.
Yeah, Viet. Probably not too worried about that yet. It's just South 1. There's 2 players who are pretty close to dropping below 30k. You know, I think we haven't had a roam yet in this game, though. Sorry. Not an expensive roam. We've had something like 1,300.
Yeah.
But nothing big just yet. Perhaps when we get our first Rishi battle, we'll start to see some big swings.
Some chases going on.
So far, all the
Do
big
you
hands have
consider
been sumo.
Toy? Ooh, this could be a swing towards Toy. And Kaz is like, yeah, I feel your vibe on this.
Yeah, at least give it a look. Max on the right giving Honitsu a look. That pin shape might be too good to give up, though. The other thing, though, is West Wind Dora means that he's kind of incentivized to play for Honitsu here.
Yeah.
Cross the wave yet. Probably aiming for Richi Pinfu.
Although he wants more of that West, because that can be 4 Han, essentially.
Yeah, absolutely. There are 2 left in the wall.
He's gonna need to pair it up soon.
I think Sloan typically just throws this back and plays the Kutsuki 5 Mon 6 so. But he's giving this some thought. Maybe thinking about the 1-2-3 Sanchoku chance. With a sort of like Itsu backup. I don't think Itsu is realistic here. It's back. Oh yeah, he's already made up his mind.
Oh, that is Ishanten for Chitoy. For a dealer here.
You know, it's also a little farther away. But you could consider Doko Toy Toy.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, no, I see that.
Alright, Max did cut the door up, but now opens up for the Honitsu.
That was a chance to shift, but Kaz is going to pass it for now. And there is Ricci on the left for Zalong, waiting on 5-8.
Oh, Kaz is going to take this opportunity to break the pots at least. Difficult to trust any of these central tiles. So maybe he's thinking, you know, well, I don't have anything that's super safe, I can at least try to break the Patu. Instead, he's going to give the Sumo.
Yeah, it gives the Sumo. No Ura. And Zalong's going to pick up even more points.
So there was a Sumo, but not enough to drag any of the players on that border below 30,000 yet. So.
Well, any hands, any Sumo's going to bring him down.
That's right. Oh, we've got Max as the dealer. Good chance at Sumo here. Already 3 away from Tempai, but with great shapes.
Not to mention that 2 Pandora. We got Kanchan waiting to be filled on that. We got Rionmen that's waiting on that.
And now even Max can accept it.
We can walk it on down for 2-3-4 Sanshoku for a dealer.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, just calling stuff as it happens.
Speaking of 2-3-4, Viet pulling in the 4 on here has a chance for the same hand.
Oh boy.
Ooh, gotta think about cutting the east here. Go with the 7 so first. And that means he'll probably be using the east in the hand until he draws a connector to something like the 6 pin.
Yeah, I'm kind of one of those people who likes to hang on to guess wins for some reason because maybe I could use them as my pair. But as soon as I believe that it's not going to be a pair, I just find a way to just get some confirmation that I'm not turning into a triplet or doing it for some other nefarious reason. That's a pretty good tile, though.
Okay, I was really interested to see if he would go 5 pin, or 5 so.
Mm, the pond looks more accepting of 5 so to drop first rather than 5 pin.
One of the benefits of doing
Because
this is that if we draw the Dora, we can just cut the 5 pin and still have a pair sequence.
mhm. That too.
We are also getting into the territory where we might see a Ricci. And if you're going to be cutting a tile, let's say you cut the first tile of the pair and then someone slams a Ricci and you have to cut the second tile of that pair, you'd prefer it to be the 5 so than the 5 pin, the Dora Suji tile.
Mm.
Got several players Ishanta. Now Tempai forwards along has Pinfu cutting the 7 pin or Tanyao cutting the 8 pin. Which one will he choose?
I mean, it can still be Tanya if the 6 is down.
That's right. Well, this 9 pin no longer safe for Max. Didn't really get a better replacement save tile, so once he gets Tempai, he'll be dealing in.
Oof. Oof. Oof.
With Viet could call that for Tempai, but with that long think into cutting the 7 pin for the Ricci, a lot of times that's a Ricci from a 3-5-7 shape waiting on the 4. And so I don't think Viet wants to take this Atolsuke chance. He could also call the 7 pin cut east-east. That's a valid way to try to play the hand. But
Yeah.
he just looks for his draw. He wants to slam a Ricci of his own.
Gee.
Max believes the 9 pin is safe enough, being twice cut and 3 7 pins out. But one chance doesn't work in his favor this time around. It will be. It's alone taking the win.
And that's going to drop Max below 30k, so.
Critical round now.
For Viet's our dealer, and. Ooh, this is looking like Chanta more than anything.
Yeah, it's a tough hand to play. And Viet definitely taking his time on the first discard, only to see it backfire immediately. As is, the case for Mahjong sometimes.
I mean, you can accept Dora and maybe fix some of the shapes. That fixes a shape.
It's a tile. It's almost like you didn't want that tile yet because you knew you were going to get it eventually, and it makes you have to think about what you want to sacrifice. He'll sacrifice the 1 pin, so losing out on the 2 pin, 3 pin acceptance. That wasn't like amazing acceptance, but when you're dealer, you really want to
Okay, yeah.
fill
Okay.
blocks. The reason he was willing to sacrifice those tiles was for this exact reason, to try to pair up a Yakuhai to potentially speed up his hand. Speaking of Yakuhai, there's a South Onko on the left from Max. He's shown them already.
Okay. This dealer hand is speeding up quite nicely,
Each.
Yes.
but not
Slams the
quite
template.
enough. Max waiting on a 9-pin Stanzo.
Yeah, really targeting the 9 pin here. But you never know. Ethan Sanzo. I think Max has moved recently, so might be getting some of that Sanzo buff.
Oh, is that the reason for the waiting on that? Just oh, we do have a con opportunity across the way there. Very interesting for Kaz.
I think he'd sooner cut it than call the con on it, but Winmon is completely held by Kaz. Oh, there's the Suji. So now whoever draws the 9 pin is in a bit of trouble.
Mm.
But no one's drawn it yet, and Zalong actually might be playing for this hand. 4-pin is
Oh.
Nakasuji, but he is Ishanten. It's a pretty wide one, too, with a decent amount of value.
Oh, there it is. There's the 9. Oh, right after he drops 6-2, but he realizes the danger of this.
Well, plays the Genbutsu first, but if he gets Tenpai, he's absolutely jamming the 9-pin. 9-2 also Genbutsu. Same for Zalong here. Kaz is now Tenpai. The best weight drops the Sanzo. Does the Sanzo actually win here?
リーチ
It does.
ロン
Oh no.
Richi, no Uda, just 2,600 points. And now Kaz also below. So with all 3 players below, it's Zalong who's actually getting currently in line to win an extra 5 points of Uma, but has to get through one more round. With that,
Yeah, but he has to. He can't win. That's the thing.
yeah, if he
So
wins, we go again. But you know what? I don't think he'd be too upset if he won a hand. Just a guess.
yeah, totally.
Yep.
But that is an interesting draw across the way there. Just pairing up South.
Yeah, I think
There.
some players would have a hard time giving up on a Honitsu force here, but Max also sees Sun Uncle possibilities. Okay, we're giving up on Sun Uncle. We're just playing for the 1,000 points to get us into a positive second.
Yeah, it's on 29,600.
Our Sun Uncle.
No.
Our Honitsu. It's okay. All we need is
No.
1,000 points.
Or he could be thinking bigger. Way bigger.
リーチ
It just slams the Ricci 3-pin good tile. We're about to find out.
Uh, I'm slightly disappointed, but it's okay. It's A1. You take your reach. Move on.
Yet has a gap of 15,600 with a Ricci stick. Still, it's a pretty big gap, unless he hits something like Longan Direct.
This is an E2 chance for a dealer here. Maybe, potentially.
I think dealer doesn't really want to play this hand. Might be forced to because it's turning into a cheat toy, but
Or Cheatoy, Cheat 2. Oh man. God, imagine.
yeah, that I'm imagining that'd be pretty wild.
Okay, decides to abandon that.
Look, this is Tenpai for Kaz on the right. Has to drop the door though, and I don't think he wants to.
Mm. Oh, there's a 3. Not gonna be released just yet. There's only one more in the wall.
He's
a lot of sumos.
he's begging someone to cut the Sotogawa 9-mon so that he can be Dortanki here. Or Chanta Door 2 with a chance to get over 30,000 points. But Zalone refuses to budge. How many 8s are out? I see 3. 1, 2, 3. And 3 7s as well.
Mm.
Not quite the Kabe to convince the 9 to come out. It's also Shonpai, so not necessarily safe either. Yeah, Kaz drops to 6. He's trying to encourage the 9 to come out. That gives Zalone 2 more safe tiles. He jammed 6-0 before. Okay, finally gives up. Doesn't trust the Shampon here. You know, this late, you're kind of wondering where the 9-so is.
Oh, yeah, well, is the person who can accept this pre. Oh, there it goes.
It's too late though. We've already
Uh,
given up. That's tragedy. Interesting. Long would choose to cut the 9 month here over the six months though.
Again,
It's
just taunting
bad.
him.
And then the Dora he would have won on, but there's nothing to be done there. And that's it. We're gonna go to Ryukyoku. The 9 so are back, but Max, with the being the only player Tenpai, will make it over 30,000 points again. Will get that positive second place, plus 6.6 for him.
I think that would have been more point. I think that was more points for the Tenpai payments than the actual win.
Oh yeah, just 1,300 barring Uda. But Zalong will take the big first place here, plus 34.8. Jumping up in the standings. Kaz takes a small third place, minus 8.4, and Viet similarly, minus 33.0 in the negatives here. We'll get to flesh out the standings a little bit. There's a grouping now. 3 of the players, 6, 7, 8. Max moving up in the standings as well. Jumps over Barry.
Yes.
Take a look at the big
now we
screen
have
here.
now we have a tight. And Korak actually has 2 more games to play, so that gap between him and Matthew could close.
Oh, I hope not. I mean, yes, it absolutely could. I am also in that series as well, and Korak had a pretty sparkling first couple of games to jump up to 100 points at my expense.
Ugh. It's been an interesting series or season for me so far.
Oh,
Just I think I'm just plus 18, I think.
yeah, plus 18's pretty decent to be only halfway through the season. The opportunity to make more progress as it moves forward. Game number 2 set to start pretty soon.
Yes. Game 2 soon.
This time around, it will be Viet and the dealer seat. Kaz on the right. Max across the table, Zalong on our left. How about you? After 4th place, do you like being East?
Yeah, it's a chance for revenge.
Yeah, give me the
as I like to
tiles. Let's
call it.
go. Not these tiles. Can we try that again? Start over.
Can I call an abort Kyushu Q high?
Kind of close, man, huh? Seven unique tiles. Of course, in this league, we do not allow 9 unique abort of draw.
Or any abortive draw for that matter.
Yeah. Mirroring
Although
the rules that you
it would
see.
be it would be interesting for 4-Ichi abort.
I wonder how many 4-Ichis we've had in this league. I know we've definitely had hands with 3 Richis and the 4th player fighting with an open hand. Okay.
I think I had one. I think last season, but
okay,
I
so
would have.
Has happened. Well, it's long opening up here with the Green Dragon. Perhaps we'll see a Dorotanki wait in the future.
Or 2 seasons ago, I can't quite remember. It's all fuzzy, but anyway, there is a red dragon Dora. It is interesting.
Presumably, we're gonna cut it away and play for the maximum efficiency here. Spent a lot of time thinking about that decision, whether to go for value or not. We'll wait up on the 2-5 pin. I think if he was planning to wait to Artanki, he would have cut the 3-4 pin and be waiting on the Hatsu, or rather the Chun right now. So, really interesting to see if anyone would cut the Chun. Otherwise,
interesting that Viet cuts away from the 789 Sun Shoku, but I guess with these shapes, I guess you're cutting a bit too much late on into the hand.
He might actually be a little bit concerned about a Sohonitsu, but with the Chun cut followed by the Chuman, I'm not I'm not really a believer. No one
Oh,
really with
we
a
do have
fighting hand, in my opinion.
Senpai for Zalong onto 5-pin. It would only scored green, I believe. Only green, so it's just a quick 1,000.
And Kaz on the right, just showing that he wants nothing to do with his hand. Which is kind of interesting because unless it's Honitsu, Zolong can be
Although it is
very rare to
it
be for him
is
to be more than 1,000 points.
Ishanten for. Oh, okay, well, I was just about to say Viet was Ishanten for Chitoy, but just decides maybe there could be more if I draw for it, or just creatively finding a way to fold, but somehow get to Tenpai.
Yeah, if you absolutely playing for the Chitoy now, realizes the 8-so is actually just safe. So we'll play the maximum tile acceptance. It's a long waiting game for a 2-pin to show up. You know, Zolong really expecting to win on the 2-pin, not the 5-pin here. Just been buried in the wall.
And there's a 2-pin.
At this point, no one has any incentive to drop it, though. So, unless we see a Tsubo on the next go-around, I think we're just going to Ryukyoku.
Oh, this could. Oh, nope.
And Zolong was perfectly happy with a Ryukyoku here, picking up 3,000 points when his hand is worth only 1,000.
Yeah.
And the rest of the table's like, really? That's what it was? I would have fought against that. If I had good enough draws.
And we're moving on to Kaz's first dealership. Another Bird Dora. It's 2 Bird Dora so far with this table.
Oh, and more pairs for Kaz. It feels like so frequently in this series, he's gotten Chitoy type hands up to 4.5 pairs, where I consider Dora to be half of a pair. Technically, all tiles
Yeah.
are half of a pair, but I only count the Dora.
Or it's a third of a triplet or a fourth of a con.
On the right, we've got an interesting maneuver here from Max. Does this turn into a Chinitsu? Still to be determined.
Pom.
And there's the roundwood poem.
Oh, and if Max
For
does, yeah, we're gonna go that direction. 3-7's gonna come out. We're gonna get a call straight into Tenpai. 4-7 pin, where Max is gonna have to commit with a 4-pin cut sooner or later.
Oh, Kaz.
Yeah, 4-pin.
Gonna be floating around a little bit. Danger.
Okay, 5-so first.
Oh, that's gonna stay in hand.
And not many tiles left for the Suji in the wall, but 2 players with a reasonable chance to discard it, and Max with a 100% chance to discard it if it makes any type of progress. Hey, progress.
Yeah. Dum.
2,000 there.
Relatively harmless.
Yeah, that's a couple small hands for Zolong, but you know, getting that Richie stick back, picking up the 3,000 earlier from no 10 payments, it's got a healthy little advantage here, a bit of an edge on the table. But Max
is gonna come in firing with this hand, with Dora in hand. A lot of good shapes.
I wonder how useful this 3-3-3-4 shape is going to end up becoming. I think a lot of times we just cut the 5-pin, 7-pin here, but if we draw the Dora, then we're kind of incentivized to go towards a Tanyao. Oh, and 6.
Oh, what about 6 though?
That's a great draw. Ooh. So now this
could
5-pin
have 4, 5, 6 on Shoku. Even. You use the 7-pin as your pair, and there you go.
Yeah, this
Bob's your uncle.
5-pin might be more valuable than the 8-pin at this point. We'll see how things develop here. It's along the right, searching. This hand's not that great. Across the table yet, considering the call, or just a Tanyao. Let's go. I don't mind
Yeah.
calling there for just 1,000 points, even if that means we drop the door later.
Mm.
Cows on the left, not doing so bad here.
Just trying to make Pingvu.
Interesting little choice here. We'll go with a 5-pin. So
Gives up on the Sanchoku. Okay.
yeah, we've
Well.
got a funny little tempai if we draw the 6-9 pin though. Wins on the 7-mon and the 8-mon. And that could be good enough in a lot of situations. So Max is willing to sacrifice the
Eat.
Oh, there.
5.
Speaking of draw.
Yes, is working out exactly almost exactly as he wanted. 6-pin would have been a better draw, of course, for Tanya, but Ricci, Dora 1, potentially 2 even. Not bad at all.
Ipatsumo? No.
Yeah, if you're Max, you're really expecting a Sumo here, not a Roan, because who is going to drop Dora Indicator or Dora against
You know I
Ricci?
would.
Well, that is true. That is true. I've seen it many a
Especially
time.
when I'm Tenpai.
Speaking of Tenpai, Viet was Tenpai. And he said no. Sevenso only had 1 tile left in the wall, so he was not willing to take that Ricci. Instead, grabs his much wider Ichi on 10. He might slam this one. Dama. I don't know if this snipe is going to work because the 5-mon is definitely a push. The table should recognize that Viet is Tenpai
Oh,
here.
there's another Dora. That's a nice. Oh boy.
And Salone's going to try to play for this hand too.
Eat.
A lot of radioactive tiles. There we go. There's the chase. A lot of orange.
Oh!
Don't.
The wait
Oh!
1 turn. Calculated. It'll be Hanema with
Ura.
Uda.
Gets the scoring upgrade.
Oh, that's what Viet needed after the last game. Hanuman, after waiting 1 turn. A genius for sure. It's a long passes the 1, so might consider calling the next one. Hatsu callable for him.
3 mon Dora. And we got a bunch of them in Viet's hand. He's looking for more points.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great opportunity for him. We might eventually even see the 8-9 mon come out.
Ooh, this is 2-3-4 Sanshoku. Although it is sacrificing one of your, unless you build that you build the 2-3-4 mon into
Totally
an
worth it.
Ipeko. Yeah. Ipeko, can you imagine? 2-3-4 Ipeko Sanshoku?
That would be incredible. If we're not getting Peiko, I would at least accept a 3-mon draw as our pair.
True.
That's valid as well. But looking across the table, Kaz with a west pair can open the hand. A little bit of the weak shapes though. Really needs to pull in a Dora. Who doesn't though? Big 6-pin draw.
Yeah. Oh. V. Now what do you do?
I don't really think that tile gives us that much, so I'm willing to just throw it back.
Boom.
Okay, here we go.
I mean-
Zlong finally gets his Hatsu. Oh, and there's the Dora!
Oh, okay.
He'll play for the maximum
Yep.
Ukade.
Okay.
You could greed Sanchoku cutting the 5 so, but This is definitely the normal play. Okay.
Okay, we do have Tempai for a dealer waiting on this 7
1.
on, but that's going to be a tough call when 3 of them are going to get locked up immediately.
Oh, no.
Waiting on the 1-4.
He's just going to jam the
Gee.
5. That's a scary tile. And Viet, of course, going to fight as well with Tanyo Dora 3 waiting 3-6 so versus the Ricci Nomi waiting 1-4 so. A lot of foo in that hand, but that's nothing compared to Dora 3. Unless you hit Uda 3. We'll see who can win this battle. No one's giving up on their hand here.
3-6, 1-4, a 7 mon. Oh boy.
3. How
Oh,
live?
don't tell me that. Oh, okay. I was like, don't tell me that 7 mon's gonna leave that hand. The only 7 mon that could.
That's
It could.
oh, the last 6.
Dong.
That was the only tile left for this wait. And
Oh
Fiat
my goodness.
cannot lose right now. That was a strong Ricci from Max as well. 1-4 so. Pretty live, especially when a player's opened up for Tanyao.
Oh,
But Fiat taking control now, 51,000 points. We saw this in the first game of the series. It was DeLong jumping out to the lead. But Fiat's got his own say here.
oh, what are you thinking about this Sanzo Dora?
We know Sanzo Dora, Sanshoku. 1, 2, 3. Works out great. Speaking of 1, 2, 3, 2 away from Tempai. I'm eager to see what Viet is willing to call for this hand. If anything.
Anyway.
Max might be thinking about value here. Ishanta now for dealer.
Yeah, it's 1, 2, 3 Sanshoku, yeah. Ooh. Placing that Suji trap in there.
All right, now we're getting places. There's the door for Zilong. There's the Haku Anko for Max. And Kaz might have the Honitsu and the Pinzu, although he'll have to sacrifice the door to get there. We're finally getting some action. Another pin tile, and I think Kaz is almost fully committed now. There's the Honitsu commit for Max as well. 3,900 hopefully going his way.
There's Tempai.
Oh, he damas this. He damas this, and the Sanzo comes out. Held it 1 turn too late. Sanshoku Dora, 7,700. And Viet, again, just steamrolling the table.
Oh boy.
I love the Dama. It looks like the Sanzo is going to be hard to use for some players, and 7,700 is good enough. But against the dealer Ricci, even with the Suji trap, I don't think the 3-so would come out.
And look at this hand. Couple away from Itsu.
Yeah, 1-so, 4-so. That'd be Tempai.
Is he going to take the quicker way, though? He's thinking about it. But you fill one in and you cut the other one. I mean, you could think about it.
For sure. Kaz opening up on the right with the Chun. Still a little bit of a ways away.
There's a draw. There's your draw there.
Ooh, which way do you go? So we have the 8-pin upgrade is a little bit bad for Viet here because we've already dropped the 9-pin. But he'll play for it anyway. He likes the Pinzu here.
Maybe just call for it and hope somebody just drops a 1 later.
I wouldn't be surprised if we just take a Tempai, especially with 2 players open.
Oh, but this is just too good now.
Awkward. Dora for Kaz, he just gets rid of it. He's not going to hold it late this time. Tempai for Zalone, we'll think about his weight. Go with a 2-so. 2-so that is completely held and never coming out. I guess there's a small chance that Max drops one.
Oh,
Oh, there's a
this.
chance. Viet
Yeet.
drops it. Oh no, he drew the
No.
unexpected
Oh, no.
Onko into Tempai.
And Zalong's going to pick up points from Viet and progress this game onward.
Just have to now, even with this lead, it's not quite over yet. It's long well known for his capability to reach some monster hands. So we'll see if he can come up with something to close this gap
But
of about 20,000
look
points.
at this dealer hype by. We're almost there
I'd be
already.
thrilled to open up with this as Kaz. The only thing I'm missing is an 8 mon for the Sanchoku chance. While we're at it, we could turn that pair of 1-so into a pair of 1 mon. Be a little happier. Is that asking for too much?
Maybe just a tiny bit.
Just a little bit. That's okay. There's the 1, 2, 3 mon shape for Max using the Dora. This looks like a really nice Ricci Pin Fedora hand.
Oh, never mind. Ipeco now.
Oh, Ipeco could even upgrade to Dianpeko with a 6-pin draw, so maybe some excitement brewing here for Kaz. Ah, that's the wrong tile. It's Tempai. We're gonna slam.
I bet he just slams this. Yeah,
Yeet.
Ricci,
that'd be crazy not to.
Ricci Pinfu, potentially
Pinfu.
Peko.
Mhm.
And that was a really nice looking hand for Max to try to come back into this game, but this is the worst case result.
リーチ。
Early Ricci from dealer, and now
Chase.
yeah, it's Long gonna
Oh,
bite back
boy.
with the Ricci Pinfu. Not waiting for the 1-mon to fall into his hand. Get out.
Ricci Pinfu of his own, huh?
Max out. So it looks like it will come down to the draws.
Max is gonna smartly hold on to the 5. So how long does that 8 stay in hand? Though is the question.
Yeah, these players very comfortable with their defense when they choose to Betori. 5-so will come to Kaz's hand, and that will deal in on the chase. Ricci Pinfu. No Uda, just 2,000 points plus the sticks, but that closes the gap a little bit. Now, a direct hit
Now
Mondan
it's-
from DeLong on Viet will exchange places.
All right, this is Max's time to shine here, and I'm looking at those Sozu, and I'm thinking I need points. Time to swing hard.
Well, just a random thought here. We do have Hatsu pair. Gonna throw that out there and let that sit for a little bit. Maybe when we come back to this hand, we'll have some more exciting news. On the right, along with a lot of Sozu, though. That might stifle any dreams that Max might have.
Oh, he's forcing something.
Yeah, I'm not sure DeLong's going to commit to something like a Chinitsu here because he can accept the door with really nice shapes. But if he continues to draw Sozu, we might have something on our hands.
Yeah, there's 2 players heavy on Sozu. It's good. It's good clash. And Max gonna be the beneficiary of drawing Sozu when it's so heavily in players' hands already.
Yeah, I don't know if that's necessarily a benefit. Because it makes a potential sequence, he'll happily take that. It's along with some interesting shapes. Overlapping acceptance in the Pinzu here. But he could just drop the whole block and go Chinitsu. I think he will still play for the Ipeco shape.
Oh, Max! I think Max is thinking what I'm thinking.
Keep
Guys, swing.
There's a lot of options, right? If he calls the Hatsu, he can go for anything, right? He's got his Yaku confirmed. There's a Toy backup as well. Doesn't necessarily need to force anything too fancy.
Boom.
And we can
Near
see
this
that
part,
that forcing anything is not going to be really in his favor.
it's not gonna be in his favor, but it's gonna be the thing that's gotta be required at this point in the game.
Yeah, Kaz with some interesting options. He has Ishantam. Definitely thinking about moving towards Honitsu. There it
Oh, but
is.
this. Ooh,
リーチ
yeah. It's gonna play. It's gonna play. That is gonna be Reach Pinfu Ipeiko.
Potentially. Ipeko. Tempai for Kaz if he wants to push the 5-pin, but it looks really bad.
No, it looks terrible.
Oh,
Says
5-pin's
nope.
great. 5-pin's not a problem. Yeah, 9-pin. There's one more in the wall. Now Kaz drawing all the 6s almost.
Well, you know what that means. Somebody's gonna throw that 9-pin and feel sorry for it.
I mean, what it means is it's long symbols. He's getting the 9-pin. Ichitsumo Pinfu Ipeko.
ポン
Max absolutely fighting here. Kaz is getting kind of close. Which jam the 5-pin.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, if the Green Dragon comes out, I think Max is gonna
Gee.
be the unfortunate victim, but calls it to save throwing out that tile. Oh boy.
Yeah, I think Kaz hates the idea of cutting the Hatsu here.
And there's your confirmation that 5 was safe.
Oh! Alright, one more safe tile, and it's a long last draw. Last chance to get the 9-pin. Misses. Dora, Viet just thinking about switching as the last draw. He's like, Kaz, yeah, you can have it. I do not want to give that to Max for a Hote chance. 2 pins, pretty safe here. In fact, I think it's just fully Genbutsu. So, we will have Ryukyoku, but dealership stays with Max. That's important for him. And Zolong also swings 3,000 points closer to overtaking Viet.
Mm.
ポン
And we have a South Dora here. Ooh. And Max is going to waste no time here. He's going to force that Honitsu.
1-so, 8-so, 2-mon, 8-mon perhaps to follow. Oh, that 4-pin draw is massive.
Yeah.
Couldn't have asked for a better draw.
You know you're feeling it when you get that. Oh my goodness. Passes it and still gets it anyway. Oh my lord.
Who needs to
Oh
call
my
tiles when you can just draw them yourself?
チ
Viet says, I've had enough of this. I'm going to Otosuke here, call Otosuke, looking for the West, and with a slight chance at a Honitsu backup. Importantly, cutting the 7-so here, because if he pairs up the Green Dragon or the South, I think he'll commit to Honitsu. Instead, he got the call, so a Yako Haita will come out first.
Oh, okay. Okay, Max is just going for straight shenanigans here. I think what's gonna happen is Doritanki, maybe?
Yeah, it's too inefficient now.
Almost.
Viet considers switching the weight there to 3-6-mon, but decides that the Shampon is better. It's along Ishanten now.
Oh, this is gonna be very contentious.
Oh, uh-oh.
リーチ
Okay.
There's a reach. Look for a
3-6.
3-6, yeah.
I was a little worried that, oh no.
Oh.
There's not a lot of Suji out. Yeah.
ドン
Yeah.
Reach
Reach
Pots.
Pifu. No Ura.
I was a little worried for Kaz, the long tank that he was going to try to break for Tanyao and deal into Viet, but decided to slam the Ricci and rewarded. And so now, in all last, DeLong almost caught up now, just 9,600 points away. That is
Mangan.
Well, Mongon will certainly do it, but you can win a Chitoy.
Just hit Rishi Chitoy Tuura. There's your
Exactly.
Mongon.
Well, even Dama Chitoy Dora too would work. Speaking of Dora too. Kaz gets a pair of 6-pin across the way. Tanya potentially. There's a really pretty shapes on the right for Viet with the Dora as well. Oh, gorgeous fill of the 6-mon. Still sitting
Not
with...
so much excited about the West, though.
No. That's long. Speeding this hand along with calls.
Yeah, Ishan 10 here. It's not ideal, but it is something.
Well, that's Tenpai.
Or you just get to Tenpai.
Oh, now
When he's on the stick.
that 4-mon's going to give Tenpai from Viet.
Okay.
So the question here is, do you believe that you have a better chance at getting a 5-6-7 Sanchoku or a 6-7-8 Sanchoku?
Oh,
And
that's
Viet
going
wants
to
to
get
draw the
put
5,
to
so...
the test. That's going to get put to the test.
Likes the 8, so... And that's going to deal in.
And Zalong's going to creep that much closer to getting a first place here.
Yeah, it hit directly, too, so that not only is the 1,500 points, but also takes 1,500 away. So gain 1,500, combined with a loss of 1,500 for Viet, means a 3,000-point swing. And that means the gap is only 6,600 with a home bomb. Oh, 8-pin fill.
That's
sweet.
a fill. That's a fill. Collins.
Viet struggling a little bit with these shapes. Could have Itsu. Not immediately callable, though. Across the way, how do you like that Ishanten?
Well, I bet he could definitely feel it in the air tonight.
Are we going all the way with these? That's my Tenpai. Now all the 6-0 have been accounted for from the wall. Matsu, Max says, you know what? I'll take it. I will take any win here. I'll stay.
You could say he always takes it.
I think he does always take it. Second call into Dion Shanten. That's a pretty rare thing for me to say here, unless Korek is playing. And here we go, Ishanten for dealer. This could be the hand.
Oh, yeah, this could be.
Oh man, Viet with Door 2 and Honitsu now.
Is this...
Call? Yeah, we're calling this for Ishanten.
Oh man.
And suddenly Viet looking really scary, but Zalong not afraid to jam the 3. That means he's gonna give Tenpai away. 5-mon presumably cut here. 8-mon East Champon versus 6-9 pin. Mongon on the right.
It does not call for Khan across the way.
I think the
that would
Shovel's better than 4-7 here.
Inject some chaos potential. Cons! Oh dear.
That puts one more door in the hand on the right, but that's still a Mongon unless the East comes out. Nope. Second Dora, but I don't think we could wait on the 7 here. We could cut the 8, but we're shooting 10 because we dropped the 9 already.
Kang.
Second con, 5-pin now.
Oh no.
And there's the East. It's doesn't even look at it. He just throws it out there. Honitsu Dora 4. It's a Hanuman. And just like that, Viet over 60,000 points.
My God, just survives being above 30k.
So long maintains the positive. Plus 5.3. Has minus 13.0 in third place, and Max takes the 4th. What a final hand. I thought it's along with fold on the East call draw, but it came out instantly with 2 players opening up aggressively, 3 players even. I thought it was a scary tile. But
Yeah, it was.
DeLong
It was
decided
a.
he was going to play for first no matter what he drew. And in the
That
end,
was
still a positive result.
that was quite a swing
Whew.
at the end of that game, to be honest.
What a hand. What a game. And Viet jumping now up to plus 82.0. That more than makes up for the 4th place in the last game. DeLong climbing to 40.0. And Kaz slightly positive, plus 3.4. Max, though, drops down a little bit, closer to that cut line, which was pretty low, actually, for Session 3, down to minus 71.8. So Max with still some breathing room, but 2 more games to play. For Max, I think the turning point in that game was that really unfortunate early Ricci that he got chased by Dora 3. Nothing you can do when you're in Ricci. And he drew the last tile of the weight that was in the wall.
And they are going to play, I think, all 4, because Zolong said third game is starting.
Okay.
Zolong's in chat. Zolong's in chat, by the way.
Yeah, DeLong, one of the few players who's totally willing to follow along in chat as well while he's playing. I don't know how he does it. Are you able to pull that together? I do not have that ability, the mental capacity.
That's like playing 2 mahjong games at once, and I barely have the brain capacity to do that.
All right. Well, a little bit of time before the next game begins, I believe.
I don't believe Max is in the channel. I don't think Max is watching stream, but
And there's another table that's going on right now that we could also watch that is starting in a minute.
I think we gotta stick with A1. We gotta give the people the good gameplay.
Yeah, this has been some
'Cause-
awesome gameplay. I think the other table is only playing 1 game.
Okay. I think Oliver's confirmed that Max was here earlier. So
Yeah, it's still 2 minutes off of the start of that game. And perhaps we can take a quick 2-minute break to wind down and prepare ourselves to rev back up again. So we'll be
yes.
back in a little under 2 minutes for game 3 of the series. All right. Joining back in for game number 3. Looks like they're going to be playing all night long in this A1 series. It's been absolutely fantastic action so far. And I'm not sad at all to be watching more from DeLong, Kaz, and Max. It will be DeLong to open us up here in game number 3. Hatsu pair, a lot of outside shapes. 1, 2, 3 Sanchoku, possible with a 3-mon Dora. To the right, that completes a Dora shape as well. The 2-mon draw might be moving
You
towards
could say
a Pinfu.
You could say we were playing and listening to Lionel Richie
You could
all
say
night
that.
long.
It's Viet across the way with, oh, shapes. Not good ones. There's a door in that hand, though. Perhaps we can draw around it. And Kaz on the left with the Anko of the Round Wind East. Tone triplet means that he can call pretty much whatever he'd like and might need to with these shapes. Penchan 1-2 pin. Kanchan 1-3 so. A lot of floating honor tiles. Really rough hand to play.
Yeah, ooh. I was hoping for something bigger, but I guess whatever works.
Yeah, it kind of looks like DeLong has that, his hand rather, looks like it's got that Chanta vibe to it, but Chanta,
No, it's just
typically a little slower.
Mm.
And if there's 2 hands that kind of look like Chanta, that means that you'd expect a lot of middle tiles to be in the well to be drawn. So I'm anticipating seeing some sparkling draws for players like Max and Viet who can really use those. There's a 6-pin. Decision time. Do we want to hold this Dora? Answer, yes. It's going to be a while before Viet decides to get rid of this. Worst case scenario, he can plant a Tonki on it. He thinks about giving up a diamond shape to accept the door a little bit more easily, but we'll just move away from that.
And still, this dealer hand's still trying to get there.
Now, Kaz has found a solution to his shape woes, and that is just drop all of them
So,
except for the Pinzu.
and Zalong just got to Ishan 10 here. Well, it's kind of okay-ish.
Yeah, we got our Hatsu finally. So Tempai just choosing the weight here. Typically
I
the
mean,
8-mon.
we got green one Dora.
Yeah, that's
all you
totally fine as dealer. He could have called the 6-mon earlier for an Otosuke play, hoping that the Green Dragon would come out, but I think at that point he was a little concerned that it was locked up in
Never
somebody
gonna come
else's
out.
hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the 6 was the correct weight.
Mm. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, Vet did choose to drop the Dora eventually for the perfect Ishunten, but now gets the backfire. And he says, it's too late. I can't drop the Dora again. Not with a dealer that's open like this. So, looks like we'll just be moving our way towards Ryukyoku. Big question is, can Max draw anything useful?
Chi. Home.
Well, I believe it. Oh, now everybody's calling. Now everybody's fighting.
Oh,
Not necessarily kung fu. Not
Okay,
necessarily kung fu though.
Long.
Oh,
Kaz fights with a 1,000 point punch. Just a little jab. Not too damaging for Zalong, but it does shift the dealership forward straight into
hello, Max. Hello, Max. Oh
Dora
my
Anko
goodness.
double tone second turn Tempai perhaps? Oh, it just misses.
Uh,
First turn Ishanten. And
Yeah.
I am a little worried that we're going to see the East come out very soon.
Boom.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh dear, Viet's in trouble. Right now, the 3 so 6 so acting as floaters, but everyone can easily use a 3 so 6 so in his hand. Viet cannot. If he draws something around this 2-pin, he could be in trouble later on. So, oh, wait, that's an extra 3. That might not fit for Kaz either. And this
So
is just a broken hand.
not willing to change it up. Too good.
I'm scared for whoever makes progress and has to deal into this. Oh, it's Kaz.
Wrong.
Oh.
Of no fault of his own, just Max was given the perfect set of tiles
Oy.
for 18,000 points, and there's just nothing you can do. But
I
you know what?
mean,
After
makes up
a little bit of misfortune in the last game, I guess Max was due.
makes up for the for game 2
Right?
with that win.
Assuming you can hold on here. Still East 2, plenty of time for Kaz to come back on his own dealership. Even this hand, he's got 789 Sanchoku chances. But we're seeing speed from Viet with a Hatsu call.
I think it's a sense of urgency for everyone, especially when a big hand like that is won early in the game.
It definitely sets the tone. It's long. We'll see if he also chooses to call. Maybe we even get more
Oh
Sanchoku.
no! Oh no! Come, this is getting to be too much. This is getting to be too
We're not there
much.
yet. If we draw 3 so, then I'll believe it. Even actually, I'd prefer the 2-pin first. Oh my goodness!
Oh God! Stop
All
it
right,
already.
now you have the right to complain.
Stop it already.
This is a tragedy waiting to happen for somebody else. Still, Ishan 10.
If he would have drawn Sanzo like 3 perfect draws in a row, I've been like, I'm done. Get me off this stream.
Okay, improvement. The best Ishan 10 that Max can have in this situation right here. But 3 so, there's only one left in the wall. That means there's hope for the rest of the table. Ooh, there's hope for Viet here. Could call this and then cut either the 9 or the south. Probably. It goes with the 9 here.
I wonder if you just keep on to the south for the hope that you could somehow salvage this as Honitsu.
Yeah, definitely what you have to consider in this situation. There's the pull and takes the top by though.
No. He just says, nope, need to change a dealership.
Yeah, sticks with the original plan. Also, Kaz's Ishanten did give up the 7 Mon though. Oh,
I think
there's our 8.
if
Wrong.
oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, Kaz did not like any of the Monzu tiles. It does look like Honitsu, but it ends up just being the cheap 1,300 points, including the Hombo, of course. And Viet will
take control of dealership.
As you said, move the dealership forward.
6 so Dora.
That's usable. These shapes.
Interesting on the right there.
Also thinks about 789 on the right, but challenging a little bit to complete those difficult shapes. Across the table.
I dream of Sanshoku.
Of course. You know, we've got the Haku pair. We've got 2d4 chance. Hey, there's a 2. Just looking for a 2 Mon. On the left, we've got multiple pairs, but probably just wants to be a Tanya.
Oh. Ooh. Chanta, Ipeiko, Sanshoku.
Yeah, gives up the Tanya dream temporarily for the wider Ishantan. choice here for Zolong. We'll go the Tanya route, though.
It's a draw from dealer. It's a draw
Perhaps,
for Viet.
perhaps slightly wider. Oh, actually, it's pretty close.
Okay, well, you could still play for 2-3-4 Sanchoku there. I guess you could.
Oh, the absolute dream now for Zolong. Super wide.
Oh
Fortunately, I think it's really difficult to get 2-3-4 Sanchoku. You'd have to draw the 2-mon, cut the 6-mon Dama. And I don't know if Zolong's willing to do that. Kaz also not dreaming here with a thought of the 4 so 5 so cut. Instead goes with the 9-8. Sorry, 9-7. Pin. Seems like advantage Zolong in my book. Max, of course, has been Isha 10 for a while, but doesn't have many draws towards Tenpai.
With Viet's gonna just take this call. Hope to maybe get to Tanyo for too long here. That'll help though.
Yeah, really.
Decides not to take it.
He just wants to be Tenpai. Calling that would give up the game a little too early, I think. So he lets it pass. He can still be Tanya, of course. Calling 2, 3, 5. Sorry, 2, 4, 5, 7. All right, now it just has to take over in the third row. But the rest of the table on alert now. They realize this hand probably doesn't have Yaku. They can check to see, what Yaku are available. The seat wind, cut. The round wind, cut. The dragons, discarded already. So it's hard to have a normal Yaku here.
Oh, and we're gonna push this.
Yeah, it's safe because there's no Yaku here.
Oh! Yeah, because the one's the culprit in that case.
Could cheat break Ipatsu with a safe 6 so cut.
Chi.
And we'll play the K10 dads.
We'll play the Fairy 10 game and maybe.
Oh.
Oh.
Sumo.
Shifu. No.
Just as Kaz got Tenpai, but it's relatively inexpensive. Kaz would really like to have one Ipatsu of his own there.
And we're moved to E4 with the 8-pin and Dora, and we have 2 of them across the way.
And a callable Yakuhai as well. Chun, pair in hand, so with the red dragons, Max can easily play for speed.
There's 4 pairs in this hand.
Might have to make a decision later on the round, but I imagine Max will call just about anything here.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be Toy Toy, because that'll maximize having 3 Dora. 2 at the least, 3 at the most.
Yeah, now I have to reconsider whether he wants to call everything, because 1-4 so Chi is now possible. For dealer, this hand is going to take some manipulation before it becomes viable.
No, he's gonna go for it.
Viet,
He is gonna go for the Toy Toy.
Viet looking the best on the left.
Or Chun Otozuke.
Perfect.
Well, he's got his Chun now.
Well, even wider now for Viet. 2-5-8, so thinks a little bit about the 4-5-6 Sanchoku chance and decides that's not happening.
Not with the speed that Max is trying to go at.
Really doesn't have the blocks for it. Oh my goodness, third Dora. Who needs Toy Toy?
Yeah, just Chun 3 Dora.
He even has the Fu to be 40 Fu if we're playing without Hideagi and Mangan, but of course, any 4-hand hand.
Well, I mean, it could still improve to Toy Toy.
It could. Would you give up the good weight Mangan for a slightly worse weight Hanemon?
Yeah. especially it's still this early.
Max actually had the opportunity to call Tumon there and force the Toy Toy waiting on a Tonki. But he really wants to confirm this Mongon. I mean, when you are close to the relegation zone in the standings, you really want to win a Mongon hand if you have a chance. 1-4 is pretty live. There are 3 tiles.
But the extra 4,000.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, so far, Max got to be a little bit worried that this tile hasn't come out yet.
Oh,
And Max not even thinking. He might as well have auto discard on.
this is potentially dangerous if it does come up. Oh, both ways too. Yikes.
Oof.
Oh.
If Max draws the 3, so he has to consider the chance of waiting on the Genbutsu Tumon. Wait 1 turn for Zilong? Are we going to chase here? The 5-8 suit is really bad, so if you're going to push it, I think he's going to reach E. Oh, Dama still. That's curious to me. Must really be hoping to be able to draw and make use of the Dora. 7 pin is a nice shift, but you do lose the Dora acceptance, so again, you can reach that. Of course, there's the Genbutsu strike, but with only 1-5 so remaining.
There's just a Pinvu. No,
yeah. We'll take the Ricci stick, though. I'm just a little surprised because I feel like usually DeLong Ricci's that. But perhaps with 3-5 so visible to him, he didn't like the quality of the weight. Maybe that was the biggest deciding factor. As is, we do have South Round now. DeLong in the dealer's seat with a great high pie.
8 so Dora. That would be a nice Kanchan to fill.
Yeah, curious to see if DeLong will cut 4-mon, 5-mon here.
Not yet, but does make that pair of Beyond Men.
Speaking of pairs, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 on the left. But Kaz probably thinking about calling for the South and South Roundwind and the Dragon Yakuhai. Especially with Viet opening aggressively.
Any realities we just call this for just going out for Toy Toy?
One would hope. It's just too fast from Viet though. And outside that early east cut, the hand almost looks like a Honitsu just from the calls alone. But when you see the late 6-0, you're not really thinking Honitsu. You're a little bit more worried that it's got Dora.
Oh, now that 6 comes out, and now you're thinking it could be overflow.
Well, that was if they're watching carefully, they'll know that was just the Tsumokiri. They discarded whatever they drew.
Still could be thinking overflow.
Well, it's only overflow if you discard it from your hand. We do have the triplet of South, though. Kaz drew that on the left. Will he be inclined to fight this?
I think he's totally inclined. Well, this will be a big marker. Oh, yeah. Says I'm in still.
Sumo. Dora. Yakuhai Dora.
Sumo. Yakuhai Dora.
And we move to South 2.
Ooh, Max. Or no, DeLong actually.
That's
actually both.
Yeah, Max got a good shapes, good hand for an early Ricci. DeLong with a lot of terminals and honors, but he's not playing Kokushi.
Man, why you gotta dash my dreams like that already?
It was 9 in a pair, so it's definitely something you can consider.
Yeah, but like 2%. I think it's like 2-3%. 9 in pair.
Hey, 2% for a chance at Glory? Yakuman Glory?
1 in 50.
The pairs keep coming.
And they don't stop coming?
I mean, we see the West in the discards, the 9 pin, the 9 mon, tone in hand. Zalong is hoping they don't stop coming.
I mean, we do have a bunch of all-stars at this table, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Max 8 Don, Viet 7 Don. Two really well-known players in the US scene. Of course, Zalong and Kaz well-known within the Armel community. That's very consistently A1 players. Always seem to find their way here.
Each.
Oh, there's that early reach we were expecting from Max. Nice wait, too. Hey, what is it with Max and the 8 Pandora? He didn't have any at the start of this hand, but slams a reach. He Shabo 8-pin one, so.
Oh, boy. And I'm guessing he's going to reach Kipatsu Sumo this prediction. Oh, close.
Yeah, there's only one tile on the wall. Ipatsumo chances would be incredible. Yeah, out. Let's... Hopefully, maybe if he draws around the door, he could think about fighting, but for the time being, there's no reason to get involved here.
This weight's dead now.
Kaz will fight, though. His hand is actually really strong. Super wide Ishante with chance at Itsu even. He's really hoping to redraw that 2-mon or get a 3-mon. Preferably the 3-mon. Just because the 2-mon discard would be safe. That last one so has been drawn, by the way. It's alone holding tight to it. I can't imagine Adora ever leaves anyone's hands, so Max drawing dead here, but doesn't mean he can't win. 4-so makes 1-so Suji. If Zalong runs out of tiles, he might deal in.
That... Ooh. Interesting Tempai. 369.
Ooh, takes a Hootie 10-3-8-6-9 instead of the 2-5-8. I think 9-pin slam is pretty normal there, even though it's close to Dora. I guess he just wants to play the safe tile.
You can't shift this.
Okay.
It's going to shift this for 1-4.
Okay, he found a safe way to get Riichi Pinfu Dora. It's a nice little maneuver.
Chi.
Chi into the south, okay. That gives Viet the last tile, can drop the south again, and we'll safely find Yu Kyoku. 2 players Tempai. Not a bad pickup for Kaz. It's not exactly what he was looking for, but points are points.
Yeah.
Oh,
True that. And oh my goodness, what?
It's fast. It looks very fast.
What? Okay, this is a little ridiculous. Again.
Yeah, we were getting this from Viet in game 2, Zalong in game 1. Now Max taking with some brilliant high pie in game 3. Perhaps it's Kaz's turn in game 4.
I mean, he's not going to draw Dora in his hand, is he?
That would be pretty spectacular in this position. But currently, it looks like the door doesn't really have a home in this hand. We'll hold on to it for a while, though. We could still pair it up or draw around that and cut away from one of our other shapes. Let's say you drew...
I mean, it's Ishan 10.
If you drew the 5-mon, what would you cut?
Me?
Yeah.
I drop this 6-pin.
5-6 pin, yeah. Keep the more terminal shape. That's a pretty normal thing to do. DeLong might be playing for Tanya. Yeah, 9-9 comes out. Oh, there's the Dora
Okay.
draw. It just
Okay.
had to say
All
something, Alex. I
right.
mean, we knew it was
Stop
going to
it.
happen the way this game was
Stop
going.
it.
All right.
I mean,
Yishanten, 2-5 so, 4-7 pin. Max looking for 5,800 plus the Ricci sticks plus the Homba is going to be a big haul. But Kaz fighting back. Yishanten of his own with potentially Peiko. Really wants a 7-so draw. Can he get there before Max finds Tempai? Even Viet could have considered calling that 6-4 Itsu draws, whereas the 8-so looks really good.
yeah. We got some action here.
Max has been a little stuck here. Okay, finds a safer tile in the 9. It's really relevant because Kaz, if he drew the 7-so, he would have been waiting on 6-9. So, there's that 8, as expected, but it will find Tempai a different way.
1
It's not a Ricci. So he's play the Suji. Wait. With a 2-so instead. Goes with a 2-so.
That is going to be a Ricci waiting on the Kanchan 8.
Now Kaz really desperately needs to draw that 7. So,
7
Max is going to fight.
Contemplate.
Ooh, doesn't like the 6. Hates the 6. Maybe
Mm.
because of that long thought on the 2-so leads Max to be inclined to believe in a Sozu wait. So he's willing to cut 5 pin and 6 pin, but not 6-so.
Yeah, because of Genbutsu, and then you had the Suji test with the 3 earlier.
That was a bit of a curious tank from Viet. You know, with a player of his skill level, you expect most Richi's to be pretty instantaneous. So the question is, what was he thinking about for so long? Maybe that played into Max not
This
showing
is
58.
Tempai. Maybe.
Yeah, it's Tempai. It's not a good Tempai, and it's 50-10. So Long will not slam the Richi there. I feel like that's the right choice, but incoming 7? Oh, it's a 3, okay. That's a pretty hideous tile.
Hideo Kojima?
Yeah, it's I don't have a follow-up for that one.
Well, you know, it's Death Stranding, but anyway.
I see.
缶
There's the con. No high tay draw for you. Take your 3,000 points and get out of here. Max probably a little disappointed to see that the 6-0 is completely safe. But in the end, he still retains the first place lead. The Ricci sticks are still sitting in the middle along with 2 Honbon.
What is this high pie for Viet? I mean, you're on the cusp of 234 Sanshoku.
Any high pie on the cusp of 2-4 Sanshoku is a good high pie. But it looks like it's just going to be a Ricci Pinfu. Maybe we work our way towards that Sanshoku. It depends on whether we draw 1 Mon or 4-so.
I mean, it's flexible either way.
Yeah, we are just Ishanten as well. So if we draw 1-4 pin, I wonder if Dad's willing to slam that Ricci. I know he does like early Ricci, but this is so improvable that I really, really want him to draw it just so I can see what he decides to do. This is a little easier of a choice, though. Yeah, the 2 pin comes out. We just have a wider Ishanten. Speaking of Ishanten, Kaz on the right has a very wide Ishanten of his own. Mon draw would be the best here, but anything 1 through 7 Mon will give him Tempai.
I mean, Dora is definitely interesting. Especially when It's very, very contentious.
There's a little bit of a thought to hold that 8 so, but in the
1
end, Kaz finds a Tempai, 4-7 Monrichi, Dora 1 Tanyao. Tanyao plus 2 Han. 52 minimum. Nice pull in for it's along. He might try to fight this with a 5 Mon. Ishantam. Max as well, challenging a little bit here. Jams a 9 Mon. This looks pretty safe. One chance. And he's Ishantan as well. That's not the right tile.
Oh boy.
We'll go 5 Mon again. Still playing out the Nakasuji and still Ishantan. Just slightly worse Ishantan. How safe are the upper pins? Max still might play the 9. And then the 8 to follow because 7, he could see 3 of the 7 pins at least. And he is Ishantan with a Dora.
How far does Viet want to play this?
He's trying hard. 9 so is safe, 9 pin is safe now, so if the South is still live, I think there's 1 left. There's so much in the middle of the table that you're really incentivized to try to play the hand.
Yeah, 4 Ricci sticks, 2 Honba. Is that what I see in there?
Yeah.
4,600 points?
Good thing Viet passed that call. That would have been a Tsumo for Kaz.
No.
And yeah, he's out. So only 1 tile remains in the wall for Kaz to draw. That could be a call into Tempai. I think Max likes taking these.
Boom.
This goes the call. 8 pin to follow. Oh, 7. Okay, he's going to play a little bit safe here.
I gotta imagine that tile's going. Oh, no. Gonna throw to Haku.
1 more draw for Kaz. Misses.
Oh. Oof.
And looks like we are Ryukyoku bound. Another Ricci stick adds to the middle of the table. Another Honba. And Kaz picking up the points with more to come, potentially, all last. And all that to collect from the middle of the table. We'll see if he can pull together a big hand here.
I think there's a good potential of a snipe for first place, especially when you add 4,900 points.
It is plausible. It's a long.
I mean, any decent value hand is gonna get there.
Manga and Sumo for Zolong will do it. He's got a chance at it with 5 pairs. Chito Ishanten, but it could turn into Honitsu as well. Honitsu Toy Toy? Ooh, the 7 so draw. Tough. Looks like he's moving in the direction of a Ricci, though. That is a Dora. So Ricci, Tsumo, Dora, Haku, rather. That could be his path. No, he'll just take the call. At the very least, winning a 2,000 point hand is going to put you in second place. So that's a swing of.
That's gonna add. Oh.
You get the 5-point Uma bump. You get the 7,000 points for the hand win. It's like winning a Hanuman. Gee, so 7, 8, 9 appears to be the plan for Kaz. Headless, so he's got to make a decision on.
Tsumo.
Oh, but that gives them Tsumo. So Zolong will take the second. Plus 29.5 for Max. 12.1 for its long. 0.7, just barely staying above 30k is Red Panda Viet. I've got that unfortunate, that absolutely disgusting hand from Max. First turn Ishanten. It was like second turn Tempai for double East Yakuhai Door 3 Oya Haneman. Oyapane.
And that is going to bring an end to game 3 in this series. And I think they're going to play their fourth game out shortly.
In about 20 seconds, going live. All right. So one last look at the standings before we move that direction. And yeah, it's moving up a little bit higher, not making a huge amount of ground. It's long though.
Show with that 30% win rate. Jesus.
Yeah. Joe had two big first places recently. Yeah, pretty high win rates. I mean, it seems right now that the leaders are just the players that are winning the most, which not terribly surprising. Flow certainly in their favor at the moment, but we'll see if it lasts the entire season.
And this is now game 4, East 1. We got the 3-pin, and that is a pickup for Zilong. He just picks up a door there. And that's a nice little Rionman fill for Viet there. The 2. Another nice tile for Zilong.
Uncle Pole and Haku will be called as well. So advancing quickly towards probably a 3-hun hand.
3-hun. Not too shabby.
Still anticipating calls from Kaz across the table and Richi's from both Max and Viet.
Do you think Zilong cons this if the South does come out from Max?
Not anymore.
Oh, not even.
That
is a reach for Tumon. Okay.
Richi Nomi. I wonder. That's good. What would you do? Would you con for the potential Mongon flip? I don't know if the shapes were good enough where he'd be comfortable making that play.
We got some overlap issues to fix. Oh, we're gonna fix them straight away though.
Yeah, as is.
Okay.
Pretty close to just jamming a Tempai. Ishanten now. Oh, and 1-pin passes. That's great news for Zilong. That Chun was safe. He could have held the 1-pin a little bit longer. Oh, but gets the best draw possible. Yakuha Yakutai door 2, and he is slamming everything. It is... Just looking at the draws remaining, there's 2 tiles left for Zilong and 3 tiles for Viet. Maxi Shanten for Chitoy, potentially aiming for the Dora. Oh, but there's the third Dora. Apparently Shampo was the answer, not Nakasuji. Do we dare jam that out? No. Zilong would just sidestep with the South, completely safe tile to draw. It's still a Mongol. He finds the Tsumo.
Oh. There's your Mongol.
Didn't need to risk anything with a 6-pin cut or the 3-pin cut. Nice find with the South, and it will be his dealership opening up with that Mongon.
7-pin.
Couple of honor pairs means he could think about Honitsu, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, totally.
But with these draws now, it's looking like it wants to just be a call and a normal hand.
Or just shift the way you're thinking.
Now we'll see how it develops. On the right, Chun pair up after two get cut. That's a little unfortunate. Kaz, I
Well,
guess.
he just knows now that he has 2 safe tiles.
Yeah, 2 safe tiles, pair confirmed. How about that?
That's a nice draw.
It doesn't even really need that 8 anymore. We'll just float as many blocks as possible. Now might...
We're going to float even more blocks.
Yeah, I might trim them down actually with a 1-so cut. Okay, gonna float the Sanshoku and still 6 blocks. Across the way we're Ishan 10 with 3 Dora, count them. Yet just pulling in the 3rd.
Oh no.
Looking forward to a slam. Between the 668 and the 466, I wonder which one will be chosen here. Maybe the 668? It's a tough one. Okay, no, keeps the 446. Oh, sorry, 466. Oh, and the choices don't get any easier.
Oh, yeah.
Hatsu hasn't been able to be called by Zolong because Max.
Okay, yeah, that's tile.
Yeah, Max hanging on to them. Well, now Kaz has a decision to make about which Kanchan to keep. He accepts the 6-pin and the Dora by cutting the 3-pin here. He's not necessarily giving up entirely on Dora set. Well, now we're just giving up. 5-pin actually safe to 2 players, so not the worst keep in the world, but we redraw the 1, so we're back to that Diankon shape that we had earlier. Finally, Hatsu comes out. Zolong can progress to Ishanten.
Just waiting to see how we can advance this further.
Max spot Chito Ishanten, and there, Tempai. 5-8.
5-8. Yeah.
Although sometimes that late 6 can lead you to believe that it's a 5-8 weight. The fact there's 2 honor tile pawns, a 4-6 cut, might encourage someone to be willing to jam it out. It's still dangerous, of course. Chief Kaz. He has found a K10. No Yaku here.
Oh, ooh.
Chitoi was the answer.
Tenpai with no Yaku. I see.
And Max trying to snipe the last 8-mon. Tempai as well for Viet. No one has the Yaku except for the dealer. Is Haite the answer? 7 is at least safe to the scary hand.
Well, Viet has a chance to do Haite.
Absolutely. One final draw. Not
Nope.
it. All 4 players
And
finding
everybody Tenpai.
This hand not quickly moving to the next as everyone rapidly reads the weights of everyone else and gets a little bit of info on how their opponents are choosing to play their hands. What they're willing to push for K10.
Very interesting on the right here. This got the makings of Chanta all over it.
Definitely one of the hands to watch here. I think dealer as well. Got a nice little start here. Oh, and the hand really improving quickly for Max, especially with Adora and Tanyo chances.
The X-Pen. Okay, yeah. Take that if you're a dealer.
Okay. Kaz could actually get Chanta here.
Yeah. Needs the 9, though. 9 would be a key. 9 mon.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, there's been such great progression from the other
Boom.
hands. No guarantee that we'll be able to get there fast enough. 1 mon at least looks really useless to everybody.
Yeah, but that's a good pair though.
That is not the
No,
right
it's just gonna
tile.
take his Honitsu.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
gonna
Honitsu
take his
Yakuhai is
Honitsu and run.
just fine from the scoreline. Okay, are we going to play the Kutsuki? Are we going to play for the Young Wait after drawing Dora? Yeah, this is what I expected. It's like a perfect Ishanten. Could have called that into Tempai, but so much more value staying closed.
1、
Oh, wrong 9 there.
Oh no!
Oh. Oh,
Hatsu
I
to
mean, it's
shut it
just
down.
1,000 points and Honba.
Hello?
But Zalong with the triplet of green.
Kaz with a pair of Red Dragon. And Dora East.
Dora East.
Always
Oof.
spicy in the East round.
ポン、
And that's a call. And Kaz is going to go full steam ahead. Anything that works, that'll work.
Ishanten. 4 mon, 3 6 pin, 2 3 4. Sorry, 3 4. So that's a little bit of an upgrade. Get a couple more
Oh,
draws into Tempai now. The 5 8 so. And I'm
nice.
anticipating a Kaz victory here, but
Oh, okay. That's a little bit spicy there.
I think we don't need it. It is perfect Ishanten. Oh, that 3 came a little bit too late.
Should have believed in the spice. That would have been
It's
really spicy.
it's funny to cut something like Forso there, and then call the Tuso back into Tempai. It's just the funniest thing to me when you discard a tile and then call it.
Actually, that's actually one of the tricks I do to maybe get into Tenpai.
Usually it means you've made a mistake when you're doing that, but
1、
all right, here we go. Tempai found 5 8, so
I use that more as a deception trick than rather admitting that's a mistake. Because maybe you're just playing with too good people and then just try and get a little bit sneaky.
I think well, we really like the Dorotake, but
ロン、
the 8's got to come out here, so just the 1500 points. It's a really
Yeah.
quiet game after that early Mongan Sumo from Delong.
Mm. You know, just absolute minimum, and you're fine if you're Zalong
ポン、
with that.
They're going to play Yakuhai Call, perhaps Honitsu to follow.
Yeah, that's looking real good.
Dealer's got the Dora 1 so, and the shapes aren't amazing, but you know, any Reachy as dealer with a Dora is going to be pretty strong in terms of putting pressure on the table. And if you get it Sumo, you can get some big value as well. So I think Zalon's probably, or sorry, Kaz. We're looking at Kaz as dealer. Kaz is probably pretty happy with what he's been given to start.
Hmm. Oh, and by the way, this is the third time that Bird's been Dora. So I'm just gonna make a little marker of that in the chat.
Viet with pair of Dora, now pair of 6 so in West. Kind of tough hand to play. Really needs a Yakuhai to make it viable. All right, we're just gonna rely on draws. Hopefully, we draw an Anko of one of these tiles. Otherwise, it's gonna be really difficult to imagine completing this. Oh, 6-0 comes out too early. That's the wrong player to draw it. So I'm gonna be looking to one of the other players to pull this together.
홈,
Max opens up.
Yes.
Shuntem.
Playing for that. Are we playing for Itsu or are we playing for Sanshoku? Which one is it?
For dealer, probably both. We'll make up our mind on our next useful draw. Oh, okay. It's just Chitoi.
It is Chitoi.
치,
Yeah. And Max will find the Duartanki. Oh no, that's not the right pair. Yeah,
but you're
throws
not
it
giving
back. Good
Dora.
read.
You're not dropping Dora. Come on, these players are too good for that.
Not against Max. Like Max is another one of those players that would absolutely Duartanki if he had any the slightest opportunity to do so. Oh, there's that
Ooh,
Uncle draw, but it's a little
that's
late.
awkward. Ooh.
We can play out a pair. Okay, West. We're back to normal hand. That's a pair we like.
Yeah.
So now it's feeling like Sanchoku is going to be the play.
Yeah, but you're gonna cut this 8-9. And it really doesn't look palatable.
치,
Palatable now. We're a little bit worried now that we've got 2 pin tiles coming out from the Pinzu Honitsu. And now a third one to follow, so that's Tempai for sure. Just choosing whether to take the Shampon or the 3-6 pin. 2 pin south actually looks kind of good, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, goes with the 3-6
like
pin instead. 5 tiles visible to Zolong here. Oh no, the 2 pin south was the answer. 2 pin, I think, maybe a little bit safer of a cut here.
Oh, look at all these tiles around the winner ones.
Now 6 pin it gives Itsu, but I don't think Max is dropping that.
No.
There's the Peiko draw Chuso. The last Chuso. That's
Oh
Tempai
my
for Kaz.
goodness.
Gets to choose his weight. Picks 3-6 Mon.
Sumo.
Oh, there's the Sumo.
Sumo.
Yeah, no problem. 3-6 pin. It's totally fine. Max is in the game,
Yeah.
so you gotta wait on 3 pin if you have the chance. That will send us to all ass. It's been...
All.
Oh, sorry,
No,
that's not all ass. It's East 4.
East.
There have been so many repeats lately that it's assumed.
Oh, that was another Birdora, so can make that 4.
Okay, let's try this again. Sends us to East 4, where Viet gets his first chance at the dealership. 5-6-7 Sanchoku is possible along with Pinfu. 3 pairs, 4 pairs on the right now for Max. Might be able to play a Tanyao. In addition to the
Again, it's
Cheeto hedge.
Birdora. That's 4. Make that 4.
Oh, there's the 7 Mon dealer. Extremely pleased now. Ishanten. 2 diamond shapes. Really wants the 5, so. Okay, even cutting the east here. That's interesting.
Well, I think you just want to confirm the Pinfu.
Oh,
with
now
it
we
as
can play for
well.
Tanyao. We do lose the 5-6-7 shape, though.
Unless you draw another one.
I don't know whether the chance at Tanyao is worth the same as the chance at the Sanchoku, but okay, that
Oh,
fixes the
now
issue.
we're back. We're back. We're back.
Yeah, getting the draws that maximize value here. We'll see if he can actually complete the hand.
You draw on the 5-0 here.
Okay,
Or
it's
not.
blocking in this 1-3 shape, so really angling for the door and maybe 1-2-3 Sanchoku as well. Still,
He's going to draw it here.
yeah, with 4 pairs for Max, it's been slow going.
Dang.
That's an improvement. So it's a long 2 away from Tempai with really good shapes. Question is, can he use the Dora one? So
That's another 5.
yeah, it's kind of Iranai.
You know, in another universe, this could have been 5 Doko.
Oh, huge draw for Zolong. 1 so pair up. Ishanten
Gee.
now with 2 Dora. He's gonna slam any Ricci here. Yamen Ishanten 2 5-pin 5 so 8 so. Oh, the draw is necessary for Tempai. There's a second pair for Max, so we are into
Gee.
Ishanten. The action happening now. Guys with
Working
a
on that 1-2-3 Sanshoku there on the left for Kaz. It's called 2 of them.
1 away. Just need 2 pin.
Ricci.
Oh, there's a Ricci. It's a long slams. 2-pin, 5-pin wait. Ricci
Oh,
Dora 2.
now he's waiting on it.
Oh, could see a double
Kaz is
roll.
gonna be.
That's the wrong tile for
2
Viet.
5-pin with
Each.
2 being double rolled.
Gotta slam it. 1 4-pin versus 2-pin versus 2 5-pin.
All the pins.
How live are these weights? 1 4-pin has. Oh, it doesn't really matter. There's the Tsumo. Ippot Tsumo with 2 extra Ricci sticks. And the 2 Dora. Can we see an Ura? Misses. 8,000
No.
points, though. It's along with the Ricci sticks is up to 50,000 points. The only player over 30k. And
Jeez.
now
And we
we
head
move
to
to
south.
south.
1 mon now, and that was a 1 mon draw. This is 1-2-3 Sanshoku. You could think about Anta as well.
Yeah, might have
No,
to
it's-
because these shapes are just terrible. Fremon is necessary to fill that penchant shape.
Oh,
2
that's
contests
oh.
with Sozu.
That's a draw.
I guess if you just draw
Next.
perfectly, you don't need to worry about things. Not bad
It's-
shapes on the right for it's along. Not bad shapes across the way for Kaz.
This is gonna go quick.
Yeah,
This is gonna go very quick.
maybe Max with a slight advantage in my book. Interesting hand for Kaz. Like he's hedging the 789 Sanchoku, hedging the Itsu and the Pinsu. It hasn't had to make a small sacrifice with the 7-pin that backfired immediately. But all in all, it's not the worst.
Okay, yeah, this is no he draws for Viets. That's another good draw.
Yeah, did I say
It
that
has to
hand was
give up-
bad? Did I say those shapes weren't good? I'm sorry. I meant it's a gorgeous Ishanten.
I mean, he had to give up Sanshoku, but you know, I mean, you'll take whatever you can get, especially being in last and with it being as tight as it is right now. Any hand helps.
Kaz did draw the
Any
7
hand.
Mons, so that means he is Ishanten for the Sanchoku here. Dealing with the Ipenko chance. Oh.
Oh,
no.
what is that draw? Oh, okay. Alrighty.
Do we give up the value and cut 2-4? No, we're keeping the value. Let's go. That's a really wide shape, but it's 3d10 on the 8 Mons, so Max just decides to commit to what he's got. Also, technically Chicho Ishanten, so this is
I mean, it was 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. You weren't actually
Each.
Fury
Chicho
10 on
Tenpai.
the 8.
So if you remove the 4, 5, 6 from that hand, then you're left with the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Samachan.
But you just had 3 running straights in the same thing.
Yes.
I
So I guess maybe it's not Fury 10 yet because you're still Ishanten, but once you get Tempai, you could be Fury 10 if you're waiting on that shape. But in the end, it ended up being a cheat toy, just waiting on this Tuso. It's live in the wall. It gets Suji trapped as well. Uh-oh.
Oh.
The Long probably thinks the Tuso's pretty okay. No one
Well, I mean,
else
it's
really
locked up.
sure.
I mean, it's in a solid shape.
Oh, well, now whoever draws the Tusos in a little bit of trouble. Dama here from Zalong with a Pinfu door 2.
5-8.
Yeah, trying to snipe this Genbutsu. Oh, Sumo.
Oh,
We're a little sad we didn't reach you, but you know what? 5,200 when you're in first place like this is a great result.
man, the Hanemon missed value.
Yeah, it's a little sad, but look, we're at 57,000 points.
True.
And now with 3 pairs to open up. If we draw around
It's
this...
Cheetoy.
Yeah, I wonder, like, if we draw the door, do we cut the 1-2 Mon, or do we cut a pair? Maybe a pair, actually.
Just gotta go with your gut. Whatever you're thinking.
Because with reasonable shapes on the right, hoping for the door of... a door draw, of course, and the 8-pin fill would be amazing.
I'm thinking this is gonna be a normal hand.
Yeah, it certainly's got that feel to it. A lonely Dora on the left for Max. Maybe Itsu in the Sozu, but really just floating tiles and playing for an early Ricci. Pulling the 4 Mon and the 8 Mon. The 1 So is just there for the 2 So draw. 2 So or 6 So specifically.
Oh man, look at that. I mean, you're halfway to Chinitsu with all those Pinzu in the pond.
Yeah, it's sad when you make a decision and then
Just
it
happens
backfires over and over and over again. Okay, but this is good. Ishanta now willing to cut the Dora. Tank, 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 pass. So a little bit of relief. If that was a Dora pull, and definitely some anxiety to be had for the rest of the table, but just assuming that there's a potential chi call.
Oh, there's temp.
Do you knock a Suji trap the 5 here? That would be amazing.
Oh,
Will Dama for the
Dama's
better weight. He might even just wait for a Katagiri because we still have improvements of 1 pin and 4 pin for Ipeko. And of course we have Diamond draws for a better weight. So lots of improvements. But the 5 Mon is a very sneaky weight. Oh, just Sumo.
oh,
Hanfudi Tenrichi.
throw it back. Throw it back.
No, you have to Sumo this. You can't see the door, so other than the one you discarded. It's funny, but you really weren't expecting to win on the 6 So. You weren't expecting to Sumo of all things. Oh, how about this high pie?
Oh dear. Oh lordy.
I think we know what direction this hand is taking.
Lordy. Chinitsu. Chinitsu.
Ah, another Monzo.
Chinitsu. Chinitsu.
All right, we'll see what calls get made. These shapes are really good. You could even just pass on everything and see what you draw for a while. Kaz on the right. Not great shapes, but does have 2 Dora. Could turn this to a Tanya to speed things along. Across the table, Viet with awkward pin blocks. And on the left, Max with just average hand here. Maybe eats in the Sozu. But definitely big advantage to Zalong here. Making small improvements. After that first Mon tile, hasn't really gotten anything super useful.
Yeah, this is the problem I always have with close Chinitas like this. I'm just like, come on, just give me Manzu. Any Manzu. I'll take anything. Ah.
Kaz now into Ishan 10. Still awkward shapes, but ooh, choice to be made. Okay, likes the Penchon here. Likes waiting on the Dora indicator rather than the 2 Mon potential Shabo. I think I prefer the 1 Mon cut where we can shift to Tanya later. We do have a 2-way on the left for Max. Another pin tile for Viet. He says, you know what? I'm giving up on Dora. And it's long. It might be time to start calling. Chi? And an honor tile comes
Yeah.
out. So we can chi our way into Chinitsu now.
Yeah.
Tenpai found, Ishanten found with a 2-3-4 Sancho chance for Max. And I think if he gets a weight in the Pinzu, he will slam. Actually, if he gets, any weight, I think he might slam the Ricci.
Oh, cheat.
Just
He's
take the
going
fight
to
head on
cheat
against
once
dealer.
again. Just gotta be careful now. There's a Tenpai waiting on
Dong.
Lone Six, and he's gonna get there immediately.
That's
What
how
do you
this
think
ends?
of?
Really? Yeah? Come on. Gotta get the rest of the table break here. There were some exciting hands. You're gonna Dama your Ipeko Nomi? That's a Viet classic. If he doesn't see the value in his own hand, he will do whatever it takes to
And
prevent the
that
Mongon
brings
from
our
winning.
bird Doric counter up to 5 now.
Home.
I've had many a Mongon robbed by a 1,000 point hand from Viet.
You could play that. You could tell that story on the world's smallest violin.
Cause now in the dealer seat, score's pretty tight for second place. So it's a big opportunity to make a lot of points at once. No door in hand. I wonder what the door is. Oh, right. The bird again,
The bird, yes.
as usual.
Bird. Bird is the word.
Well, no one's got it. Bird's in the wall.
Well, it's still in the cage, just waiting for it to sing.
God, Max across the way with Honitsu attempt. Telegraphed by the East call, of course.
Mm.
Not in the East round, so players alerted to when a non-East player calls that. Oh, there's the Yakuhai back. Chun Onko.
There's your fire exit.
Oh, hello. Is this another Dama? With such an early Tenpai, I'm Zalong really playing the Dama game. Last 2 times he's done this, he would have Ipatsumo. And
Oh, again!
sure enough,
Again!
there's the
3 for 3.
But I mean, if you had the choice to miss out on Ipatsu 3 times or not be at 60,000 points, I don't know. I would choose to miss out on the Ipatsumo 3 times. As is, we are sent to all last. It's really tense now for second place. Tied even between Kaz and Viet. If it does end in a tie, they split the Uma. So we're looking at a 0, a -0 to -10. Sorry.
So we're looking for like a west roan on south or a south roan on west.
Yeah, I'm getting my Uma mixed up. 0 to 5, so -2.5 for both. I think a fitting way for this game to end would be it's long Dama. Oh. Alright, finally. Okay, Epots this time. Is it finally going to happen? How's that tune looking? 9 pin. Okay, that plays it correctly.
Nope.
The one time you reach it, you don't get it. And this is really unfortunate for Viet because if there's if he folds out, it goes to Ryukyoku with Zalong Dylan play Tenpai, he's fine. But if any Tsumo, he's gonna get third. But against an early Richi like this, where Zalong Dama all the previous ones with good weight, he must be supremely confident with this weight in order to slam a Richi.
I mean, Tanzo June.
I bet you though, if Zalong Dama there, he would have gotten the tune instantly. That's the way it's gone all game. You could reasonably excuse a Dama here. This 1, 2, 3 Sancho go upgrade. You're at
Maybe if he
60,000
was
points.
maybe if he was a little bit more perceptive in force, maybe he would have reached all those damas.
I love the comments from DeLong in the chat. Richi no Ipatsu. Dama Ipatsu. Oh, there's a Tsumo. Okay, it's fine. Sanzo to end the game here. Richi Tsumotora. Ura from Mangan? No, but still a really
No.
strong game here from DeLong. He might even overtake Viet at the...
Schrödinger senpai.
Yeah, the waiting on that early is amazing. And when we see the standings update, we will see DeLong taking over, not just over from Viet, but up to second place with a plus 54.6. This is the, he got there with
And
Damas this time, but he got
jumps
there.
over Korak there at the end.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if Korak can retaliate in the final two games on Friday. But after 4 games of the series complete, it was a great night of action. Some awesome gameplay. And it will be, along with a big win here out of this series, Viet hanging around plus 67.1. Max dipping down a little bit. Kaz as well at minus 48.5 for Kaz and minus 57.0 for Max, but kind of incredible that with an even, symmetric score lines like they have, that both of them are negative, kind of speaks to the dominant wins that we've had from the other players when they've got them. But it is going to be the last game of the evening. I don't think there are any more going on tonight.
That's gonna be all she wrote, huh?
It is indeed, but nice to take a peek at a full series in A1. Session 3 almost completed now. There's just one more table yet to go, and that'll be happening pretty soon. And we will have our first half complete for this division.
Yes.
I'm checking to see how the other divisions look in terms of the standings and the completion. In A2, there's a lot of games yet to play there, so we'll look forward to some wild swings in that division. B1 is about halfway complete. I think we'll see some games soon from them. B2, a lot of games to play. B3 is almost finished. And C1 has been doing a really good job of completing their games. That one, for being such a large division with 40 players, they're almost finished with their group. So well done to the C1 division and everyone really for getting the scheduling in.
Thank you.
It's gonna be.
I take that
Oh yeah, you're in that group. But yeah, it's gonna be getting busy soon because we've got a lot of mahjong events happening in the near future. As Korak mentioned in the chat, we're gonna have some professional commentary from Japan, rather some commentary of professional mahjong in Japan on the WWRC channel. The Yukon Fuji Cup will have, you'll get to hear Korak's voice, I think, in the near future. Looking at the professional scene there. Really exciting to be able to catch that. And also in terms of live events, things are really ramping up here as we approach the end of the US qualification cycle for the WRC eligibility. A few big tournaments coming up very soon. In particular, the biggest one, the North American Open, is coming up very soon. That starts, I believe, Saturday the 31st, September 1st, and September 2nd, a 3-day event in California. And I think they were approaching the deadline to register. I don't know if we've surpassed that or not, but it was getting really, really close.
I think we did already.
Yeah, I can't wait to.
It has to be today or tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be really exciting to see everyone who is involved in the US scene. A large part of the US scene is going to be heading down that direction, and I can't wait to play in a fully automated, or a full auto table tournament.
Ooh.
But we've also got a couple more upcoming tournaments Of course, Chicago tournament happening in September 21st and 22nd. We're anticipating the that there will be another tournament in New York, the Hammer Girl Anime Tournament, ARA qualifier, happening October 5th and 6th. Now, the PML Open is happening on October 12th and 13th. And then in Michigan, a tournament is coming up as well.
And then we also have IORMC. The first weekend is actually this next weekend.
Absolutely. A bunch of tournaments happening. October 19th and 20th is the date for the Michigan tournament. So there's going to be a few weeks in a row where it's just nothing but tournaments going on. The IORMC qualifier dates are this week, next week, and then a couple days in September.
Yeah.
So yeah, all that information is available on the American Ricci website, naricci.org.
So yeah, I think that's gonna do it for us tonight, I believe.
Yeah, absolutely. Check out all those events. Ping the Armel channel for more info. And of course, if you'd like to become a part of the American Ricci Module League next season, you can sign up for the fall season, which will be beginning in the final quarter of the year. The deadline for registration is coming up in about a month, so I believe September 16th is the date for that. You can visit our website, americanricci.org, for all the sign-up information, as well as current league standings. You can also visit at American Ricci on Twitter and YouTube for other highlights, such as Yakuman that have been won. I think we had a Causeway Yakuman recently in the American Ricci Module League. Not many of those, but there's a very nice one earlier this week. And, of course, the YouTube channel has all of our broadcasts from this year and previous years, and we'll soon have tonight's broadcast as well. And to that point, I want to thank you, Alex, for hopping on the commentary. It's awesome as always to have your voice alongside on these Wednesday night broadcasts.
Yeah, totally. I love doing them.
I do not have a prediction for our next broadcast. Of course, we will always have a Wednesday broadcast as long as games are scheduled. But I do expect that we'll have another broadcast pretty soon, perhaps a Monday or a Tuesday nightcast in the near future. So definitely stay tuned for that. Follow the channel. Make sure you are aware of whenever we go live. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and we will see you in the next stream.
All right. Good night, everyone.